Yeah, boy. So, listen, the Hangouts has just been buzzing. A lot of new people been jumping on. A lot of new angles. Some good conversations.
I'm loving this.
I'm loving it.
It's literally been amazing. Still, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, based on that, we're bringing you a little snippet of like what I like to call the Hangouts Underground, where we weren't live and we're having some mad long conversation most of the morning, and we just thought, you know what, let's bring it to the live audience as well. Let them hear a little piece of us. What? Can you not hear me?
What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Was
Yeah,
that?
that's right.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Right. Where's Fire? We left Fire behind.
Flipping. And they see, has he got? He should see this, isn't it?
Say that again.
He should see this when you put it in.
Have you got him as a friend? Have you got him as a friend? Add him on here. Rich. He doesn't know how to do it.
What?
Rich, add it in here.
I don't know. All you need to do is click that link.
He's new to the
Is
team.
he in the Hangout?
Yeah, he's in the Hangout. So all you need to do is click it.
Okay, cool.
This is mine. This is yours. Thank you.
Beefy, who was you telling to mute?
No one. I was saying, Rich.
I got to mute my thing, but my phone froze.
It'll probably come in a bit. If not, I'll just holler at him. Then jump in.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Press up the like button before anything else while you come in the house, please.
Right.
Okay. Right. So,
hit the like button.
Where's Team Betterment? Like, we need Raven up in there, Shakara, Scattered Minds.
Well, Issa, I think Issa, yeah, soon Issa will be a Betterment.
Shia Issa, yeah?
And
I think he'd be on our side, man.
You too.
I think he would be on our side, Issa.
Yeah, I kind of get me. Yo, where's Fire though, man? Where's Fire?
I know. Where the hell is he?
You ran off.
Let me see. Let me text him in the other thing.
Mate, it's tricky now because you know we had it on the run last night.
Yeah, he don't want to get beat up in public. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
Mate, you already got deaded off and reincarnated. I can't even say the right word. Reincarnated. How many times last night? We deaded him off. Reincarnated.
Nah, don't get twisted though. No matter how wrong he is, he's not gonna stop. He won't stop. Trust me. Yeah, wrong and strong to the max.
Big up the family in the chat.
So, Beefy, right about now we're talking about Betterment versus Liberation, yeah?
Yeah.
And you asked a good question. You asked somebody about money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you broke up, G?
Yeah, I said, yeah, you were talking about, you asked someone something about money. What was you saying?
I was saying, will money be any good when you're liberated?
Oh, nah, you changed that there.
What did I say?
You said, would money help with liberation?
I said, is money any good in liberation?
And I said, yeah.
In liberation, when you're liberated, is money any good?
Oh, when you're liberated. Depending how the world runs when we're liberated. But I believe that obviously to sustain yourself in war and shit, you need finances.
No, but bro, you're talking about black betterment. You're talking about black betterment. You can't in the black liberation, that ain't got nothing to do with money. Cause let me tell you why, because the money structure is not ours. It's about assets and it's about taking control of our resources. The money is paper, the money is dead. The money is nothing, bro. That's not why the white man's richer than us. It's because they control all the resources. So if we had control of all the resources, money wouldn't matter. You understand?
True.
Money's there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But what I'm saying is,
money, you're talking about black betterment, like what Scattered Mind talked about, and that.
But that's why I said, listen, fam, stop telling me what I'm saying. Don't tell me what I'm saying, right? That's why. Listen, bruv. That's why I said for fighting for liberation, money is a must.
Why? If we got resources, what we can make.
Oh my fucking gosh, fam.
Do
you know what fighting for liberation means? Fighting for liberation means we have not got it yet. So that's why I said fighting.
That's also why I said liberation too, still. Because I agree with that statement right there.
So, Rich, can I ask you a question? Are you saying we can't be liberation without money? You know what you're saying?
Say that again?
Can we not be liberation without money?
To fight a war, you need money.
No, you don't. You need resources.
Shut the fuck up, man. And how are we getting them resources back? Walking and asking for it. Are we going to walk and ask for the resources back? So to take things back,
all right, then, let me go to my point. Let me bring Gaddafi into this. Yeah? Because they were going to make the one diner what was made from resources, not from paper, and that was for the liberation of our people. Because they was making it into gold what we would benefit of. We can't benefit of the paper. That's what I'm saying to you. We can't in the long run. It's only the system that benefits of paper. But what Gaddafi was trying to do and Mugabe was trying to do was trying to liberate us to change the money to resources.
Because they could.
So what are you talking about?
They was in a position. They was in a position of power. I am talking about us people that is on the ground. For there to be a war, what do you think the England gets money off the banks is for?
Rich, who puts the people in power?
What?
Who puts the people in power?
They put themselves in power, but they have the illusion. They have the listen. They made the illusion that we vote in power.
So who has the power then? Is it them or us?
Say that again.
So, are you saying so when Pope fought, it's the illusion?
In the illusion, they have the power. In reality, we have the power, but we just ain't woke up yet.
So who has the power? We have the power, yeah?
I just said,
Overall, we have the power. That's what he's saying.
So,
in the illusion, they have power.
So is money an illusion?
What'd you say?
Is money an illusion?
Money is an illusion, but when they're asking me for rent money, it's not an illusion, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna keep playing that. Oh, money don't mean, fam. Allow it, fam. I'm saying when we're liberated and we have our own shit back, then we don't need to deal with what they deal with. But I'm saying as people on the ground, right, to withstand what we need to withstand is about money. We need to get money to continue to reach our goal.
What you're saying, we need black empowerment before black liberation. That's what you're saying. Clear as day.
Did I say that?
So you're both. Yeah, you're both sided.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
no, I didn't say that. This is what I said. Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. Because you're not going to put words in my mouth, bro. Listen to what I said. Let me say what I said, right? Let me say what I said. Liberation means by any means necessary, meaning going to war. I'm about going to war, any means necessary. Black betterment to me is you just want to be a part of the system and sit around the table with them and get their crumbs. Simple. I am not saying that. I am saying, let me finish and speak, man. Can I speak? Can I speak, please? Right? So I am saying for us to actually move forward with it, we definitely need money. How we're gonna eat, we need money. How we're gonna plant these things, we need money. In the system that we're living in, we need money to withstand ourselves. If we get guns, we need money to get bullets. We need money for war.
Okay,
we need money. And then when we sustain ourselves and we get to where we need to get to the promised land of what Gaddafi and other leaders wanted to get to, then we live off our land. Because
so you're saying, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying black betterment, then black liberation. There's nothing wrong with saying that, bro.
Shut the fuck up, man. I didn't say that, man.
I think that's a good point what you're making, but you're deferring from the point.
So, yeah, that I
think that's a good point, that we need black betterment, then we can think about black liberation. I think that's a good point. That's what I'm saying.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. But I think once you try to deal with the banks, you start dealing in money, you're empowering the oppressor.
Exactly. Tell him again.
So once you start dealing with money,
I totally agree with you.
You're going to be buying the weapons off them, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. So all you're doing is empowering the oppressor. How are you going to be free when you're empowering the oppressor?
So, so can I ask you then? So can I ask you, when the oppressor starts to shoot bullets at you, what do you do? All right, thank you.
So, okay. So, do you think, yeah, who's doing the shooting, you or the oppressor, or people like you or me?
It's us, exactly. Exactly.
What's us?
Who's doing the shooting?
Man's doing the shooting with what? If you ain't got money, how are you shooting?
Hey, Rich, wait, 1 second, bro.
Stop
do
it.
You think the queen is gonna come out and try hold the gun and shoot you?
Say that again.
Will the queen come out of her yard, hold a gun and shoot you?
Say that again.
Will the queen come out of her yard, holding a gun and shoot you?
Nah, because she's got soldiers for that.
What? A soldier like me and you.
Say that again.
As soldiers, me and you.
Soldiers is me and you.
Are people like me and you. Soldiers, are they people like me and you?
Yes.
Of course they're people like me and you. Unless you got robots hidden.
So, what are you saying?
We got a microphone problem, yeah? Someone's got a dirty mic. I think it's Rich, you know.
Me?
Yeah, I think your mic has got bare atmosphere or something. I don't know.
I'm coming back in.
You might just want to watch that.
That fog energy.
Yeah, you might just...
That fog energy.
It's a fun passion. Yo, big up Nash Lion, yeah?
Nash Lion in the building.
Yo, Nash. Brother Nash. Yeah, Rich, go again.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah,
listen, bro. If we're talking like afterwards, but how can men say, yeah? How can men say that you don't need money to fight a war?
All right, then let me tell you how we don't need money, yeah? Listen to this, yeah? Because if you check out, like you said the other day, yeah, the Mark Duggan times, when that thing happened and we turned over England, I call it the Wizard of Oz syndrome we're suffering from, because we all think there's some big mad power controlling us, but there's just some little motherfucker behind there. If we all came together on the streets, do you think they really could come against us? No. No matter how much bullets they got.
Cool.
No matter how, and when that Mark Duggan thing happened, we didn't have no guns or nothing. They were shitting themselves. So what are you talking about?
And guess what happened?
They knew the soldiers wouldn't want to shoot us because the soldiers are us. The soldiers are us.
Yes, guess what happened though? They told everyone they better fucking relax themselves or we're sending out the soldiers. And if the soldiers would have came out and it even got worse, they would have started shooting. And if they would have started shooting, even if we had guns to shoot back, how long would our bullets lasted without having the resources behind us of financial resources?
But fam, they wouldn't take our money then. They'll shut down the money if it came to that. Why would they make us trade in arms and stuff if they're against us?
Fam, are you crazy, fam? Do you know people in war are getting the same artillery from the same people?
No. But you're talking about something else. I'm talking about.
I'm not talking. See, now I'm talking about something else, man.
That's
Rich. You are. You're talking about people in war. We're talking about the system here.
My thing is you're burning down the system, yeah, right? So check it. Even if we went onto the riots, if everything was shut down and shit, yeah, or we did. If you look at war now. Bullets are flying. How long without money, yeah, do you think you're gonna last in the game?
Money won't be worth nothing then. That's my point. If everything's shut down now,
you're talking way in the future then. I'm talking about you're talking about way in the future then, man. Because I'm saying when England go to war, yeah, they get off the bank money to fund them, get bullets, get ammunition. Because if it runs out,
because listen, war is a weapon used against us. We brother against brother, fight each other. They'll sell you both weapons. It's all about the money for them. They don't care if you kill each other. They make it cause a fight between you two. Sell you both weapons, say fight each other. Wake up, bro.
So then I ask you the question: if we don't need the money and it's just so simple, what's taking us long then?
Come on, you know what it is, man.
No, I don't know what it is, bro. Because it's simple.
Let's look at it on a simple level. Let's look at it on a simple level now. Liberation is the key now. what everybody's striving for. So let's look at it on a small level now. So the real liberation now really is, one could say, education and understanding, paperwork, contracts and certain things like that. And that's just on a basic level, just for understanding. It's like once you understand, or you get the opportunity to liberate yourself and understand taxes and certain things like that, it's a whole different stratosphere you're thinking in, and a different way you're moving in.
That's black betterment.
Yeah. Personal in betterment as well. Personal.
But you're talking about working within the system, abiding by their rules, getting paperwork,
and reinforcing the system. Why are you trying to break it down? You're gonna build something up which is bigger than you, and you think you're gonna fight it later on down the road. Don't make sense, bro.
No, but what I'm trying to say, either way, you at least you understand it or have an overstanding of it at first, and that's liberation.
No.
I think that's betterment still.
Betterment. For me, the system, is the education system, the religion system, the political system, the money.
Because black reparations has got nothing to do with money. That's what people get twisted. It's to do with healing the mind, body, and soul. That's once we do that, they can't fuck with us. Yes. You understand? That's how I think. Once we heal the mind, body, and soul, and we're back at one with ourselves, do you think their guns could prosper against us? No way. There's too much of us.
That's right.
And there's too much of us in their armed forces and stuff. They ain't got nothing. If we wake up, they ain't got nothing on us. That's my point, innit?
But I don't know if it's true. I believe, that 5% rule the world. How can 5% rule the world? They rule it through fear and politicking.
Yeah.
And money is one of the biggest tools. Religion is one of the biggest tools. And the other one is fear.
Money's like religion. Like what Paul was saying earlier, you can't be Muslim and Christian and be like pro-black. Just like you can't be for liberation and be about the system. It don't make no sense. Because it's their money. It's not our money. It's the paper thing, their thing. They get.
Yeah, let me ask you a question, please. Fire, yeah. All right. Betterment is Betterment an anti-systemic? Is Betterment an anti-systemic ideology?
It depends who it's coming. But in my case, I would say, yeah. That's what I would say. You get me? Like I would say, that's the only way it's gonna really work for us. Us working within the system, all this shit. Everyone's scared to be uncozy. Everyone's cozy in this environment. That's why they want to go through the system way, because they're scared to lose the system.
I'm not gonna lie. That's what Betterment sounds like to me, though. Not like in a rude way, but like like. All right, for instance, the thing between me and Raven was, I said to Raven, I come to realize all this black betterment, you just want to have a comfy cell and a red band and like a surgery job and that, in the jail. And I'm trying to break out of it. And when I'm trying to break out of it, you're stopping me and saying, no. Bro, man's got a duvet. Bro, man's ordered a boombox.
Yeah,
bro,
I agree with you.
So this is what I'm saying. Betterment seems like, for me, is to get the best position that you can within the framework of the system or the bars or the invisible cage.
So Jedi, I asked, same way I asked Beefy, could you trust the man then that's about betterment?
No.
Well, I can trust the man that's about betterment. Doesn't mean he's about liberation. And for me, I feel like, let's be real, liberation seems like something that seems nigh impossible. Most people can't even imagine it. It's just a madness, It's gonna take the whole world to get involved, yada yada yada. But betterment ain't gonna take all that effort. Betterment's just gonna take a few men that want to put in the work, and in 50 years' time, our people could be in a quote unquote better position within the system.
All right, check this then.
Freedom.
Check this then. If you was like one of the slaves in the field, would you ever trusted the house Negro?
Say that again, King?
If you was one of the field slaves, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you ever trust the house Negro?
No.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? Let me answer that, bro. Let me answer that quickly. Can I answer that quickly?
Impression of a house Negro, you know. You think
exactly.
Hold on. You think all house Negroes are sellouts? Bro,
no. This, no, let me tell you. I didn't say that, bro. I didn't say that. So let me clarify it. What I'm saying is, I am talking about, because remember, you said Black Betterment would be like, nah, don't escape. We could fix this up and boom, boom, boom. So that's what the house Negro would have said when the field Negro said.
The house Negro that led.
Please, man, can I finish?
But what a lot of people don't know, or what a lot of people forget is usually it was house Negro that would leave that light on in the window that would let the field Negro know that master's gone to sleep where they can just reach and do the things.
100%.
One time that house Negro had everyone's back more than people know. Like,
yeah.
Okay then. Listen, when Harriet Tubman had the slaves lined up, yeah, and she said to them, who wants freedom? And everyone stepped forward, and she goes, who's got ready to kill for freedom? And a few stepped forward, and the ones that stayed back, she said, now the first job of the ones that step forward is to kill the ones behind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, son? So I'm saying, if a man's saying to you, no, don't run away, we could fix this up here. Who's to say that by the time you get halfway down, they've not told the master, like, hold on, yo.
I hear that. I can't, them men have to argue their own, I can't argue for them, so I hear that, Rich.
But in the point, red pill, can money help black liberation?
I say no.
Yo, you know what? Like, for instance, we put in black liberation as if the rest of the nation's going to stand by and watch us free ourselves. So it's never going to be just a black liberation. So we might, this is why, if you look at the title, I took black out of Betterment, I took black out of liberation. Even though we're talking about ourselves, it's never going to be just one color. Now,
I agree.
Now, back to the question you asked me about liberation. Repeat it again. Money.
Yeah.
Can we? No, I don't believe you could buy liberation. I believe that the price of liberation is going to be your comfortability,
Black volunteer,
your comfortability, your flat screen TV, shoes on your feet, knowing where your youth are. Death is going to be the price.
Exactly.
Red pill. Yeah. So you can understand it clearly, because he will try to say it up, with his speech, how he said it.
I trying to sneaky.
Yeah. I said.
Look at remix.
Oh, see what I mean? I said, Jedi. You know I've said this before. When we talked about gadgets.
DJ, no friend.
You lot's microphones are fucking disgusting.
It's every time he speaks, man. Anyway, Red Pill. I said, I've said this already when we talked about having gadgets and all that shit, right? I said, for liberation, we can't act like we can just be broke. We have to have money, to get these stuff to make our moves. So meaning, if it's gun violence, we know, hold on, we need bullets, we need these things. That's what I said before we even have liberation. We obviously need...
I didn't hear you say that. So before we have liberation, we have to have stacked. But I'm saying, this thing that we're in is so deep, bro, you can't stack. Don't you see what happens to them around the world? If you try to stack two knives next to each other, they're coming for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
Flying over with helicopters, they're heat seeking your building. They're seeing you got two butter knives next to each other, and they're like, nah, take him out.
Yeah.
So it's mad, fam. I don't even see how man could even stack if man wanted to, bro.
And when you're saying you need this money, the money's from the system, the weapons are from the system, the guns are from the system. So what
exactly?
What are you saying, bro?
It's fucked. I don't know.
Fam, man's acting like the way a black market out there, bro.
But I like what
the black market is a corrupt.
What Fire said about the Wizard of Oz thing. That's something I really want to break down on another day, car. I'm not sure whether the wizard is big, like it's real, or whether it's some little. I'm not sure. It could be either one of them, but I don't know. It's mad, you know. I don't know whether we give them too much credit or we underestimate them.
I think it's an illusion, personally. I think behind that big smoke screen, there's nothing there, bro.
So what do you think?
Just our own fear.
So
our own fear, yeah. They control us by fear. The Bible, the devil and God syndrome, they control us by fear. That's what they've always done. You understand?
God,
yeah, definitely.
Oil and dollar.
so flipping. So do you believe there could be peace without war?
Nah.
No,
there's gonna have to be war first. Still, there's gonna have to.
That's
be war
why I
first.
said. Yeah. So that's why I was shocked when man them tried to delete me when it blocked me off. Yeah, when I said what is it? Group economic and military army. You get me? And man them started running for me. But that's why I was telling man like, fam, there's no peace without war, bro.
Hey, listen. Listen.
The first war is within ourselves. The civil war is going to be before we fight the system. Still.
Can I come in?
Yeah, definitely.
Can I come in? They'll let you go to the army until they know you're a bit dangerous to them. Marcus Garvey was allowed to have an army in America during the fucking slavery days, and he had an army of black people in America, but they didn't do shit. When they're not, they used to do shit. Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey had an army.
Yes, in America.
What army?
Shaka's showing us.
What weapons did his army have? His army didn't have no weapons, bro.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying
no,
they'll allow you.
He didn't have an army. He had a
Let me finish, bro.
Thank you. You didn't have an army, fam. Come on, stop that, man.
Let me finish. They'll allow you to have an army with no weapons. Yes. Yeah. So for me, we have to think of ways to fight them without using weapons. Participation is a key.
Say that again.
Forget about the weapons and everything. But as long as we participate in the system, we're enforcing it. It's all about participation.
I don't think we could beat them by weapons. And I think it's to do with spirituality still. I think the only way we can beat them is through spirituality. That's why the Vatican's hiding so much spiritual stuff from us, because they know once we clock who we are, we won't need no fucking weapons for them, bro.
In Haiti, they use weapons in Haiti when they defeated the oppressor.
Did they use weapons?
Huh?
No, exactly. They use spirituality, real talk. And in Jamaica,
they use weapons too.
No. Then what did Nanny Maroon use? Didn't she use spirituality?
There was some sort of thing about it, but realistically, she had like some things under it. Like she had like a weapon, like a rubber umbrella that could actually repel bullets.
Listen, we're not gonna do that spooky shit, yeah? Right? Like man, they just sat there and they use weapons, bro. Stop that stupidness. I sat with the Maroons, fam, and they told me, bro, yeah? Right? Man uses weapons. Come on, man.
Classic, man. We're not gonna do this spookiness, man.
Nah, I'm serious, bro.
Yeah, but you're always talking about African spirituality, so you're trying shit. That's what you stand for. Now you're saying it's not relevant. Now you're saying it's not relevant.
Alright,
so you're contradicting yourself. That's spooky shit. You sound like a white man. That's spooky shit. Now you're speaking like a white supremacist, bro.
Can I speak?
You're speaking like a white supremacist.
Let me break it down to you.
Now man's making a point about African spirituality. Now he's saying it's not relevant. But you always stand for African spirituality.
I did not say it's not relevant, fam. So let me speak and then you will understand.
Get all that spooky shit. You said forget all that spooky shit.
Fam, let me speak. Let me speak.
Everyone knows that you always talk about African spirituality.
Fam, put something in your mouth, fam. Fucking hell, yeah? Let me show you this now. For one, that is some booky shit when you're just telling man out there that the man them sat down and just use spirit. Fam, stop it, bro. Man use weapons. We obviously pray to the Most High, had the ancestors, we did all of that, but we still went to war with weapons, fam. Stop acting like we were just sitting there and the ghosts and the spirits were working for us, bruv.
All right, then.
I think we're going to say that it works hand in hand. You need a balance.
Thank you. Stop that stupidness, fam. That's like telling when the Christian says, don't pick up the gun. It's like the Christian saying, fam, it's like the Christian saying, don't pick up the gun. Just pray. Fam, stop.
Let people speak, man.
That's crazy, man.
But as you stop now, can I talk? When can I talk? Like,
you can talk now, bro. Pray.
All right then. The numbers, yeah. Look at the numbers. Yeah, Nanny Maroon and all of them type of people, there was hardly none. Wait, can I finish?
I've never spoke.
But compared to gun power, the white man had way more gun power than them. Yeah, but they still won because even the English people that encountered this said that soldiers were just dropping and sweating on the floor, and soldiers were spooking out, and that soldiers didn't even want to fight against them, bro. They were shook. So what you when Nanny Maroon? Wait, can I finish? When
he's not telling the full story.
When Nanny Maroon, you see why every army in the world plays the drums? It's because of that time there. Because they used to get scared when they used to come towards the Nanny Maroon or other people that used to use African spirituality in war. They used to shit themselves when they hear the drums, bro.
You know why you're not telling the full story? So can I break it down now? You're not telling the full story. Not telling the full story because for one. The Maroons was up in the mountains. When it was up in the mountains, the big boots, what the English and the uniform that the English wore could not handle the mountains. They could not climb up onto the grass and the dirt.
That's one aspect,
so
man.
listen, bro. Again, fam. Let me finish, please, man. I don't want to shout, fam. Please, just let me finish. Yeah, right, fam. Again, fam. Let me finish. Fam, please, bro. Yeah? Again, fam, I got video evidence, fam. Fam, I got video evidence of me sitting down with the Maroons, and they're telling me how they handled with the English. Fam, stop that stupid shit, fam. We always know that black people never go to war without the creator. We never go to war without the ancestors. We know this. But don't speak
and we had
like
weapons.
We just
don't think
there.
like the pirates and things like that we didn't have weapons and stuff. We had muskets. We have all them type of things.
Fam, we've always had weapons, fam. We always went with the Most High.
Alright, so Pete, you answered my question then. So we don't need as much guns as the white man then to fight them for.
No, but as you can see with technology over the times in the 1800s, this is where we got mostly colonized now. Up to the 1700s, we were backing these people up, but where technology and gunfire start change, this is where you see like the mass colonization happen even in Africa.
For me, the key, the technology is the key as well. See, we need to stop depending. Let me finish. We need to stop depending too much on technology because they rely so much on technology. So one day, all we're going to have to do is turn the lights off. That'll be fucked. You leave me. That's just too long to wait.
What do you mean?
It's like the guns what they used to have back in the day. The time they had to do to reload it. And
the armies now, they don't even deploy people anymore. They just press buttons. That's a computer, which needs to want electricity to run,
No, but what do you mean by turn off though? Like when you said all we have to do is turn it off.
If they rely everything on computers, once you disable the computers, they'll be useless one day. They only use armies now in small pockets. They're using computers. They don't even send army to fire you. Press a button, boom, bomb is gone.
Can I say something here? You know, like say like the war, like in Afghanistan or them places, How comes England never totally won? How comes it took them so long? So many nations. This goes back to the Wizard of Oz theory because they don't have It's an illusion.
No, that's a proxy war.
Yeah, but how many Taliban's got jet fighter?
Hey, wait. Do you know what
exactly, bro, that's what I'm saying. They ain't got jet fighters. They ain't got jet fighters, but
but that's the war now, with it. They used to fight the wars on the seas. Now they fight the war in the sky.
Hey, Turok, one second. Do you people understand what a proxy war is?
Yeah, fake war.
Huh?
What's that? A fake war?
Is that like a digital war?
So let's say when England and France are having an argument, they're going to fight in Afghanistan. They have a little fight in Afghanistan. Using the Afghanistan people fight the fight when they're arguing over here. What's called a proxy war. Most of the wars around the world are proxy wars. Superpowers are fighting each other for control. And they use the poor nations to fight each other to gain control. That's what it is, bro. Proxy wars. We're not to the people in the country. The superpowers fighting each other. So it's always Russia versus America, the two main armies fighting the country. Not the people. So Russia's backing one side and America's backing one side. It's always a proxy war.
Well, what's that got to do with what man said?
No, you brought up Afghanistan and certain things like that.
Yeah, saying they didn't win.
Guys, I want to say something. You see how if everyone comes together and there's more people together, okay, let me give you an example. So more black people than white people come together, you won't even need as much weapons.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, maybe a little bit, but if everyone just unites and stands strong, why would you need so many weapons?
Exactly. That's why money ain't got nothing to do with it. People come together.
But with that said, you do need some sort of resources.
Yeah, you
no,
need
be honest, but just as we were saying with technology, this is why people were able to develop this country.
You are the resources. You are the resources.
You see how Palestine's been taken over by Israel? And there's a funny quote where everyone says, "Oh, you're gonna throw your stones at us." They ain't got no guns to fight back with. They're fighting back with their stones. And actually, people have died.
Yeah,
not through the stone.
This is what we're trying to say. We can't fight with stones.
Without weapons.
This is not Jamaica Stonewall.
No, lick someone in the head, they're conked out. Dash a rock in someone's head. You don't need the big machine guns.
Yeah, but we still need some drones to drop stones at least.
Sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear that.
For me, yeah, I think anything we should get into hacking and stuff like that. That's where the war can be won. But they're so dependent on technology. Everything technology.
See them people that can hack. Yeah, they're idiots, man. They be doing some shit where they could be send everyone there though.
That's why we need to get people on the right mindset to do the right thing. Not about getting door, it's about crippling the system, putting viruses in the system that they don't work. When you're uprising, they can't press a button and fire an atomic bomb or whatever. That's what we need to be thinking, focusing on. But otherwise, we can damage the system, corrupt the system that falls in its knees. Stop using money. Stop supporting the banks.
What's people's opinions on more black businesses?
It means that reinforcing the system.
Pardon?
Reinforcing the system. It's betterment.
So what are you saying? We're supposed to go underground, yeah?
Bro, you're saying non-participation. That's simple.
It's like literally so shocking, and like literally when we were talking about Grand Theft Auto as a simulator, literally they're watching people play like some of these war games, and they're picking these young children out to do these certain simulations and things like that. And think about it, if you can imagine if you now unknowingly you go to a game conference and there's all 12 of you playing the same game, but you're actually killing people in real life.
I've seen that somewhere. Where the fuck have I seen that?
Was it war games? If you got war games on that, there's a few like it was in war games where they're like
like Call of Duty and that they find bare people to fight war through them games. Even America, they had a competition directly for that. The FBI and that they had a competition for that.
Yeah. Hey, imagine why we've been playing these games. Yeah, man was actually out there doing it, fam. Like they were tricking us, man, with these games.
Because think about it now, really and truly, in the future, everybody's going to be working from their house.
Yeah, because you know they got the look at the new one, was it the VR, whatever, what you put on the glasses?
Yeah.
Fam, these times,
you know, I clocked the other day, yeah? Like, we've got more of an internet presence than a reality presence already.
Definitely.
We're living in virtual reality already, and we don't even know it. You know, fuck the VR glasses, you don't even need that shit. Right now, you got more of an internet presence in the last 2 days than reality. Everyone that was online last night, you've been more on the internet than you've been present. You understand? But in reality, you're not present. You can't be present on the internet and present in reality. So obviously that's fucking with our concentration span, our mind on getting shit done, because we're too focused on our internet presence. I need likes, I need this, I need this, I need this. You're more focused.
BB ruined us.
That's true, because we're not even in a youth center sitting together. We're communicating over internet.
Yeah.
If we was
communicating in person is
like
different.
a youth center or something, because if we was in a youth center, that's not using technology.
Yeah.
Do you disagree?
No, I agree with the point that if we was all in a place talking, it's all about
coming
human
together,
contact, seeing each other in person, so I could see your body language. If we was in person, I guarantee you, last night it wouldn't have been so high rated. It would have been calm because people ain't seeing, man, and they're not seeing my body reaction. They're just going off of what they're hearing. Because you're not getting
the lying, fam. You were like that on the camera the time when you talk about drill. You were hyped.
But I'm not supposed something in there quickly. You know what they're saying? Technology is actually take away your knowledge.
Of course, technology. Because what they're doing, they're bombarding us with so much at once, yeah? So let me give you an example. Back in the day, if you didn't know something, someone would tell you, go research it. And only a certain number of people will go and do their research. Because you have to go to the library, you have to go to like 5 different libraries. But now everyone will say, let me Google that. So everybody thinks they're smart because they got Google in their pocket. So that's dangerous. Everyone thinks that's why people say, fuck a college degree. I can Google it. You understand? Everyone thinks they're too smart now.
When did that change though? That changed when BB came out, innit?
Probably before that it was changing, yeah. BB was a big part of it though, you're right. BB was a big part. Sure. But I'm just saying,
MySpace and that was only when we could get around the computer and shit.
Yeah.
When BB came out, it changed the game.
But remember, 3G had like voice calls and all that. I remember in school when phone.
Yeah.
And then remember there was the voicemail chat thing when you could voicemail someone for free.
Sorry, even going back to the Afghanistan thing, yeah, I just came to my head now. In Afghanistan, yeah, remember when they went over there, only were using helicopters. It's only when they secure the oil wells they put the troops on the ground to protect the staff who are working there. You get me?
But still, their soldiers died in Afghanistan when they hardly got any weapons, and they said basically they ain't got a stronghold in Afghanistan all now.
Bro, they can tell you no way they tell you so many soldiers are dying, so they've got a reason to go back and fight some more. You understand?
Yeah.
So they'll tell you, we're dying there, we need to go back. Well, no one is dying.
Where?
Afghanistan. They're killing us.
Nah, they sold that up, man. They got the puppies and that.
Exactly.
They got the puppies already. That's why they no more.
It's not even the puppies that they're there for. They're there for that. What's that thing that you put in your phone? They got that mineral in Afghanistan as well. Is it coltan? Coltan? Huh?
No, but I swear they got that. They got that in Africa though.
No, raw earth.
They got that in Afghanistan as well. So they need
raw earth. It's called raw earth. What makes everything vibrate and shit?
Yeah. Black Panther.
I think it's called coltan or something.
Yeah, but they only use manpower when they're protecting their people, their staff. But most times now in war, they don't use no manpower. Yes, they just planes, drop bombs, see you later.
Yeah, because they're not worrying people that's got an army like them. That's what they're worrying bare people that's like more or less vulnerable compared to them, innit? Like England's not worrying like China because they know it'll be a proper war. Or they're not worrying Germany.
Bombs.
They're worrying bare little idiot countries.
Listen, all they say, you want war? I want press nuclear war. Then everyone stops.
Yeah, exactly. So countries that don't have nuclear bombs, they're not worrying. So it's not really a war. It's more of a bullying thing. They're bullying other countries,
I don't think there is any nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like the Wizard of Oz theory, behind the thing, they ain't got that shit. You understand?
And another thing as well, I'll add as well. You see, another why they can never kill us all off. Yeah, most of the resources are in Africa. Yeah, they've tried this shit already in the Caribbean. When they tried to take the Indians there, they were dying off because the work was too much. They couldn't handle the heat and all that shit. They could never kill Africans. They would never be able to work in Africa themselves. They need us more than we need them. Believe you me?
Yeah, definitely.
They need us more than we need them.
Of course, because we're like oxygen to them, innit? We're like trees to them. You know, they need us.
Remember, where was Europe 2,000 years ago? Where was Europe a few years, 2,000 years ago?
Drill. What drill?
No, what were the Europeans doing 2,000 years ago? Walking on four, some of them.
Yeah.
Eating pig bottom and stuff.
Some of them will come out of caves.
Yeah, it was about 2000.
You know what I need proof of as well?
About
I need proof of all this caveman shit as well. I don't think.
Shut up, we got proof all day for that, bro.
No, let me finish. Let me finish my point, bro. Fuck, man. I'm not going against you, man. Fuck. Everything I say is like you take it. I'm going against you. I'm saying like like the dinosaurs. Yeah, they weren't dinosaurs. They was dragons. You get me? Like the whole caveman thing. I think that's trying to take away from them being our robots. Because to me personally, I think we created white people, and they were like our robots that got our control. And now they're fully, like how they're making the plastic dolls that you can fuck now, and that's like lifelike. I think that's what we went into back day, but now they're taking over us. Like the white man's created. Like the white man's created technology. Wait there. Like the white man's created technology now that's gonna take over him. They're all saying, "Oh, robots are gonna be killing us in 10 years." It's the same thing that we done. It's the exact same thing.
Bro,
research is the great science.
Yes, robots
are you saying we create white people like sex dolls? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that white people were like black people's sex dolls?
Yeah, in a certain way. In a certain way, that's what the creation was for.
Have you got any evidence for that?
My evidence is where did porno come from?
What?
Where did pornography come from?
What got to do with it?
No, let me make my point. Let me land, nigga, man.
1 second. Humans have always been depicting sex through illustrations. So the first porn was pictures, isn't it? Paintings and pictures.
Yeah, Kama Sutra.
Pictures. I wouldn't even say Kama Sutra. I feel Kama Sutra came in a long time after, but
but you lot are talking about
that was the real porn, though, man.
You see when it's
porn.
No, see when it's depicted in pictures, in drawings, that's classed as art. That's not porn. That's art. That's a whole different story.
So when did the first visual image of a man having sex with a woman?
All right, then, I was going to get into that. That came out of Denmark. That's what built the internet. Funded the internet. The internet was built of porn, of XXX. That's what the internet was built of porn.
I can agree with you.
Teletext.
Huh?
I thought it was teletext.
That's still what you're saying, fam. Like, you just
the reason why the internet is what it is today is because of porn.
But let's see where it's going with it. Okay, so
that just went off.
Porn, go on.
Yeah, the internet was made off of porn, yeah. And my thing about say like the robots they're making now, the fuck those, yeah. And they're saying like there was robots in Russia or somewhere what killed 8 scientists that lost control. I think it's kind of like a certain class of the white people, the blue-eyed white, whatever, that we built, that came from us. Do you know like how they make clones now? They can make clones. They can make human clones. That science comes from Egypt. That comes from us. Now they're mastering it. Now they're creating their downfall. I think every race created their downfall. So like the white person was our downfall in creation. Not saying there's not good white people on this earth. Rare. There's some good robots. You know what I mean?
Can I remind you of something? Can I remind you that I asked you where the white people came from and you asked me where porn came from?
What, pardon? Say that last bit again, brother.
In this conversation, I said, have you got any evidence that we built, that we created the white people?
You want evidence?
Yeah, I'd like some, please.
We always want evidence, you know that.
You started talking about porn.
No, the reason why I started talking about porn because you said, are you saying all white people are all white people sex dolls? But we all know in this room, a lot of the sexual behavior, even how most of us now make love, is coming from a European perspective. This, I need to fuck bare girls, I need to do this. That's a European thing. Like in the sense
of Asian one.
Being a sexually promiscuous is a European. Who fucked dogs in that? Where did STDs come from? It came from them. Am I lying? Is that a lie? Did they not create STDs? Because they were doing sexually promiscuous things. They were fucking animals. We were. You understand? So.
Wait. We understand these things, yeah. What you're trying to blah 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 blah.
One thing, yeah. I got back up.
I'm confused, fam. What's that got to do with how we made them, fam?
Rich, 1 second.
We created them,
Hey,
motherfuckers,
Rich,
man.
1 second. I want back up fire with a little bit of facts. If you go around Europe everywhere, all you see is pedophilia everywhere. Little boys,
Exactly.
naked little boys everywhere. You watch the movie 300, just pedophilia and just fucking debauchery.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so what is that proving? I may agree with you still, yeah? What is that proving?
No, that's proving, yeah, that they're sexually promiscuous. Because see, when the scientist was creating the clones or whatever, like they was creating them in an image that they found, like they wanted something different. So say there was in the ends where there was bare black chicks or whatever, they want to create something out. They want to create something from their imagination.
So the angels created them then?
Pardon?
You said the angels created them?
No, I said the scientists. The scientists. Like Hammond knew them and they created who they say it was Egyptian science that created, or ancient Kemet or whatever that created white people. But let me just find some facts to put in the group.
So we create so that's how they created the white people, to have something different, and then the white people said, "Wow, let me make porn." That's bad. That's bad. That's actually bad.
No, but I'm saying because they created like their levels of what's their emotional levels different from ours. You know what I mean? Like they're sexually promiscuous in a whole next way. You know what I mean? That's why when we talk about like the brother was saying, when you go through Europe, it's this bare pedophilia, bare this, that, because
but the thing about it is
they're basically a creation that went wrong in a lot of ways.
That Egyptian culture
I understand
is sort
this.
of
Listen. I understand white people came from us, yeah. We said, bro, they came from the caves. So they were living in the caves, yeah, right? But I'm not with this their robot thing.
I am 100%.
I'll say they're domesticated.
The what?
They're domesticated.
Yeah, because it seems like the Moors had something to do with it as well.
I think it was.
I don't even know, man. What the fuck does that mean, bro?
How did they go from Neanderthal to human?
Say that again?
How did they go from where did the Neanderthal gene come from?
From
yeah,
India,
but they're not robots, though.
I don't say they're robot.
Mongolia.
I said they were domesticated, so I said.
Oh. What, man was saying they're robots, fam? That's mad. You're watching too much movies, bro.
I think what he's saying that they're clones, like social engineering. I think that's what he means.
Bro, they're actually showing you, like, in your face like that they are from the road, that they are not the same as man.
Yeah, we know this though, bro. Man, we are not arguing with that.
They're GMO. They're GMO humans, genetically modified humans. That's
Fire. We understand that, bro. Fire, listen, bro. Fire, listen, bro. Fam, listen. We understand history. We understand these things, fam. I have not argued with you about what you've said. The only thing that got me up, is you saying that they're robots.
Well, we could determine at robot, because you know when I say robot, you're thinking of metal, you're thinking of like nuts and bolts, and let me say clone. Does that sound better? Because when you say robot, you're thinking of I'm a robot.
You can't say clone because that's why they call mankind.
Like, Dr. Human shit.
Yeah, obviously they're clones because that's why they call mankind kind of a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, obviously, you can't be saying robots though, bro. Like,
what's his name, Yakuba or whatever that scientist, man?
Yeah. I know about the scientists and that, fam. We know about that. That's what I'm saying.
That's real shit.
No, fam. Listen, bro. Fam, this is what I'm saying, fam. We know that story, fam. We're not arguing about nothing like that, fam. It was just when you said,
"Yo, you hear me?"
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a set of questions here. Who do you think is more sexual? The black race? Who do you think is more sexual? The black race or the white race?
White race.
White race by far.
So you feel like the white race are more sexual than the black race? Bro, you know.
I do, but I think black people have caught up.
No.
I think the Asia continent.
All right. What do you describe as? Let me ask like who we got here? Leans, yeah, Lioness Leans. Big up, sister. First time on the platform.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, man. All right, look. Let me ask you, yeah, as a sister, as a woman.
Yeah.
You're Asian, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
kind of mixed, but yeah.
Kind of mixed. Okay, so you think, yeah, that white people are more sexual?
Yeah. And based on sorry.
So what? When you say sexual, when I say sexual, what comes to your mind?
That they're hungry and they want it a lot.
Oh, so you're talking about sexual appetite. So you think white people have got a bigger sexual appetite than black people?
Well, black people might, but their approach is correct. Most of them.
White people are more perverse.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put it. More perverse, yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. We got to separate what we're talking about. So you're talking about more perverse, yeah?
And more sexual.
And more sexual.
Their drive is more.
They have a higher sexual drive. You believe a white man has a higher sexual drive than a black man?
Yes.
No.
Yes, because hold on, let me explain.
Okay.
Let me speak.
Yeah, explain, sis. Go on.
Because the area that I grew up around was blacks and Asians, and a few white people here and there. Based on my experience, if I'm chilling with, don't get me wrong, I've never had a boyfriend before, but if I'm chilling with a guy and I'm feeling him and I'm chatting to him, I know he can keep it in his pants. Based on experience, white person's hungry, they're trying to force it. Like I know a guy will be calm, they'll be chilling, they'll be alright. With a white person, they're begging for it. Based on my
how is it?
They're gagging.
You lot can't even argue. You can't argue with their point.
So you're saying they're gagging?
Hold on. How is it that a black man doesn't see? Hold on, 1 second. Why is it that when we see a white man, dating a chick, buying her flowers, taking her for lunch and dinner, picking her up, and then bouncing? How is the man then saying that my man's an idiot and a simp and a rare tear? How is it? How is that happening? How are we?
You don't have game like man, bro. He wants the same conclusion as man, but he don't have game like man. Simple.
So how is he more sexual then? How has he got a bigger drive than us?
I agree with your point, Jez. They're more chivalrous white people. Okay. That's why a lot of them are winning, because they know how to be kind to a woman, to buy her flowers, ask about her feelings. And to be honest, anyone that's brown, they're hardly sensitive.
You're saying they're more hungry,
but they also know how to
higher sex drive, but they're more chivalrous.
Yeah, because they'll buy you flowers and then they'll definitely expect something after.
Let me explain that point the sister's making. Because let me say something.
1 second.
No, wait. Can I just say something? Can I just read a comment?
Family, 1 second. Lioness Leans, why I'm saying that don't make sense is because you said the black guy, the brown guys, you lot might be feeling each other, but they can keep it in their pants. But the white guy's going to be forcing it. Now you're talking about the white guy's more chivalrous. So that's definitely an oxymoron, 100%.
Okay, that's fine. The reason I say that is because, based on experiences, I've been bought flowers by a white guy on Valentine's Day in school, and I'm like, "Hi, who are you? I don't even know your name." But then he's like, "Oh, I'm feeling you. Do you want to be my Valentine's?" I'm like, "Nah." He goes, "But I just bought you flowers. So do you not want to have sex?"
Oh shit!
So
let me say something as well to add to that.
They something back.
Let her finish.
Let me speak, guys.
Brothers, let her finish, please. Give her the space. Go on.
Say the only reason, based off what I've seen, they're chivalrous just to receive something.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. But what I've seen.
Can I say something? I think, yeah, listen, from the comments, yeah, what Roll Beat says, yeah, I believe he said it straight. Black people are more sexual, white people are more perverted.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
White men are not more sexual, they're just more perverted.
Yeah.
Do you know why I say white people are more sexual, yeah?
Nah, they're not more sexual, man.
Can I make my point? Let me make my point.
You hear what I said? See, bam, truth. Listen, bro, man. Are you listening to what I just said, bro?
Nah,
but I'm saying.
What are you saying? I ain't even said nothing. So what are you saying on top of what I'm saying?
What man just said clarified it, fam. Like, black people are more sexual, like Raw Beat said.
Can I make my point? I said that already. What I'm saying is the reason why I think white people are more sexual, because say like if you go on a porno site or whatever, look how much different fetishes and different positions and different angles.
Yeah, but can I say another thing? Can I say another thing?
Can I finish? Let me finish, though.
Let me finish. You know what? Let's get some discipline. Everyone mute up and set for fire. Let's get some discipline because.
One more thing as well. Let's say if we're going to talk here, let's keep it short so other people have a chance as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm saying 2 minutes, man, or a minute.
And definitely make sure the sisters like get that equal
microphone
time too. Yeah, if you hear them, just promote them to the front, please. Yeah, because we can always shout over each other.
Let the sister speak first, innit?
Okay. Fiona, what was you saying in the background? Was you saying something, Fiona? No.
Yeah? All right, let me. All right, what I'm saying is what.
Yeah, I would say that was me.
Okay, go on.
I was saying, okay, so let's say, let's say me. Imagine I'm wearing a nice skin-tight dress. A black guy would compliment me different to a white guy, and his eyes would be looking at me differently.
Okay, break it down. How would what would you expect from a black man in that nice dress?
Based on my experience, he'll say you look beautiful. Based on a white guy, he'll check you out. It looks like you want something.
Hold on.
Why would that come to your head?
What area are you talking about? Where are you from?
I've been everywhere and had compliments from everywhere, Jeds. I'm not talking about one section. I've been in all sorts of countries as well.
You know what it is here? It's just not matching up with my experiences or what I don't know. I kind of see
that's what I'm saying, based on what I've experienced.
Yeah. All right, say no more. Cool.
Okay. I was gonna say, no, white men or white people are not more sexual. They're more perverse, and all that different type of sexual that comes under sexual deviance. You understand?
Yeah.
We're more natural. We're more naturally sexual because we're in tune with each other. There's a difference. They're more sexually deviant and perverse. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah,
I agree.
I was really shocked at man saying that they felt white people were more sexual than black people. I've actually found that quite shocking, bearing in mind that even white people are on record saying, like, you know, like there was something just so sexual about that man or about that woman, and they're just saying because I don't know whether you want to call it the whole.
All right then. Let me
answer. Or color or something, but like I would have thought, like a woman, like a black woman's natural physique is even lens to that. She got like the hourglass figure, the big hips and the breasts and the full lips. Like I don't know. I'm so shocked that you like. I think what you know about
the reason why I say they're more sexual than us, is because say a white guy usually tends to have gay tendencies as well. You know what I mean? They always got some little gay. Let me finish, man. But ain't that sexual as well?
Nah, I think we're happy to put that in a.
So what's the term sexual? How you not determine sexual? I don't understand.
I mean that promiscuous, maybe.
It's for all of you.
Promiscuous.
It's all of us to individually identify it. Me personally, I'm happy saying that there's sex and then there's deviation and perversion. Get me? I'm happy to say that. Yeah? So I feel like anything more than putting your penis in a vagina goes on to deviation.
Yes.
And sodomy and all these other things. You get me? Yeah. We're talking about and sexuality. I'm talking about that is something within the individual where you will see two women doing the same thing, but while you're gazing at them, one woman you will feel her sexual energy. You will just feel, you just know you're looking at her and you're like, rah, I bet whatever, she'd be good in bed or whatever. I bet she's a good kisser or blah, blah, blah. Or you're drawn to her in that way and she might be dressed from head to toe, so modest. And the other woman...
And you know what, And you know what? Let me say something. You know from what you're saying, see this behavior that we're acting out now. This is after what we went through. what this sexual behavior we learned from them.
Yes.
And before we just used to have sex to recreate. It weren't for sex. We didn't used to have sex for sexual pleasure. Yeah.
Boy,
so we were spiritual people. We wasn't sexual people, bro.
Don't say that. Don't say that, bro. Hold on.
But
Don't say that.
It's
No,
right,
no,
bro.
hey. Even though I know what you're saying, you can't say that man never used to have sex for sexual pleasure. I don't believe that.
No, but like, I think it means like in a modern day term, like all them.
If that's the case, it would never. You mean we never had sex without considering we would be impregnating someone?
No, bro, like I think he probably means like sex dues and all them things.
Yeah, like back there, like before slavery and that, we didn't used to do like we weren't that like when Caribbean. Let's get to when the Caribbean people first came to England. Yeah, they was more just with their one wives. That when beating bare girls, that came when bashment came in and when certain other things came in. But
I'm afraid you're wrong there, brother. So not to cut you, but some of them had their woman back home and they were dealing with yellow over Yasser.
Yeah. Certain man left their wife.
Hold on. A big man stop trying to whitewash thing, bro. Like,
I know. Man is chatting shit.
That was fucking. It might have been done. It might have been done behind closed door. It might have been done with more respect and more modesty. It might have been all of them things that.
Yeah, but you lot, you're stereotyping. You're stereotyping, bro.
Don't whitewash it, bro.
You ain't got proof. You're stereotyping. I'm talking. Can I go from? Let me talk about my granddad. My granddad, yeah, had one woman, bro. He went on all this nastiness. So
you before.
1 second, wait. Everyone wait. Let's take it down the throne so we don't challenge each other. Fire, your granddad was with one woman for his whole life, yeah?
Not his whole life, but no, I'm saying whenever he was with a woman, it was more or less one woman.
So how many youths did your granddad have?
8.
I rest my case, yeah? The average, for a good, God-fearing man, 8, 9, 10. How do you think you was getting 10 youths? Bro,
it was all from one woman, you know?
Was doing a lot of fucking fam. Somebody was doing a lot.
Yeah, but you're talking about we're more fertile. That's a different argument. We are more fertile.
Yeah.
You're talking are we fertile?
Yeah, fertility comes with sexuality, bro.
And you can't say that because
you can't separate them.
Knows that Caribbean,
no, but he's talking about heating in that, yeah. What he's talking about.
The more fertile you are, the more sexual you're gonna be. Yeah, with your partner, whatever. Yeah, you and your partner are gonna have a lot more nookie. Yeah, if you're both fit, well, fertile, raring to go, young-blooded. Yeah, you lot are gonna have nookie.
Man can't talk like they came over here and the granddads didn't have a second girl around.
Exactly.
So I didn't Pete. You know why you're chatting shit? But you lot are talking. You lot are talking like they all had side things. They didn't all have side things. Majority of them didn't.
We never said that.
We're not saying that, bro.
No, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm saying majority of them is on record. If you speak to elders as well, some of them that left their wives over there ended up drifting into like Irish girls and that. That's why there's so much Jamaican and Irish. You understand? Because it was new to them. They're in a new place. Their wife's at home. They still want beat and stuff. You know what I mean? So they're so to me, we weren't sexual in that way. You understand? That went a part of us to that went a part of us
in your most fertile point of your life. The most healthiest time
this
of your life,
sexuality, what we do now, all these fucking bare girls was whipped and chained into us from the slave masters. This is from the slave masters. The way we sexually are now is from the slave masters. Before that, we wasn't like this.
It's a two-way street as well. Some of these women were active, so they weren't just sex them as well.
Stuff, fam. You're talking perverted stuff, but you're acting like the ancestors were tearing down Oscars.
I beg you take fire to Africa. 1 minute, I beg you mute your mics, please, car. Someone's got the feedback. I beg you take fire to Africa, and show him the fucking statues and the fucking fertility rascal icons and that we had, where
fertility.
But listen what I'm saying.
That was about recreation, bro.
We are from a land, where breast, fatty, hips, Willy,
No,
all of that is
no.
out. Bro, listen. All of that is outdoor and there to be seen. Our sexuality was an internal thing, yeah, that drove us, yeah, and actually was something that they wanted to come and try and bottle up, yeah. When they saw how virile and how strong the man them were, when they saw how fertile and how that's why they started these breeding programs, because they realized where we could have children, they were struggling to even have youths. They didn't even know what time of day. It was our women that was coming, showing them moon charts and that rare of when to ovulate, when you're ovulating.
I agree with that point.
We knew about all these things. So what I'm saying is, our sexuality was such a heightened level. Yeah, I believe that we have been dragged down to just, you know, just being like perverts and just being hungry for pom-pom and yada, yada, yada. I agree with you, my brother. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, that is the perversion. That is not what sexuality is. Sexuality is a whole deeper thing, and it's like saying that white people have more rhythm.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It don't make it. It's not. It's so. When I was asking, because rhythm and sexuality comes hand in hand. Fertility and sexuality comes hand in hand. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm just saying, yeah.
And real sexuality is a connection. It's a connection. It's having a connection with someone.
And it's a spiritual.
It's not about perversion. It's not about sexual. It's about having a connection. It's something that we have naturally. So I hear what Fire is trying to say, but he just keeps going to some different angle and
because you know what it is mixing up perverted stuff
and then putting things in your mouth like.
So any class is sexual perversion. It's sexual perversion. Right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm agreeing with you. Like, but what?
I said okay.
I think in the day and age now, I believe in the day and age now, obviously because of access, it is we are fell into the trap of it. But to say that like we're not like out there, but you can't act like, oh shit, the white man came before the white man came, we weren't tearing down arse. Right?
In the Victorian ages, I think they had vibrators.
Sister 9
Was you fucking gal?
Where's Sister 9 Ether gone? Sister 9 Ether just said fertility and sexuality are not synonymous, and I'm gonna say point blank that you never even thought about that before you typed it in, because for fact, every time a woman's about to come on her period, she feels more sexual. Facts. Tell me I'm wrong. So I beg you don't tell me fertility and sexuality are not connected. That's silly.
Mate.
Don't be silly.
You're done out here.
Hey, don't make her jump for me, because she'll jump in there real quick.
And let's not also forget the religious implications of the reason why people were having a lot of children back in the day. It was also religious as well, because remember the church wouldn't allow people to use condoms. So that added to the fact that religious people weren't
Roman Catholics.
The Roman Catholic and even Presbyterian church. What you mean? Google it. What you mean? Hold on.
Some bullshit.
Sorry. Hold on. Yeah. If you don't know.
Break that down.
So the church, the religious church, a lot of Presbyterian churches, a lot of Catholic churches don't condone the use of contraception because they say that it's interfering with the process of divine creation. So we talk
about the same churches and religion that are perverse and have pedophiles.
Let me.
But you don't. Hold on.
He's not denying that.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that's a reason. That's also a reason why people are having a lot of children. That's why in Ireland they were having 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 children per household. That's why back in the day they were having. That was standard. Eight children was standard.
That's for a small collection of us, innit? And
all right, then if you're not saying we was more sexual, we was sexual and that before slavery and all of that, How much kids was each family having? Because if we were so sexual and was having sex every night, and the black woman's so fertile, that means people must have been having like 22 kids on that because they're having sex all the time.
Bro, I don't think it has nothing.
I don't know about you. But all my family, everyone had loads of kids. But I don't know about I don't know, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, yeah. No one, the type that when people are having the exact same sex in the amount of times that they were having back then, because biology hasn't changed, right? So if biology hasn't changed, we'll logically conclude that if we are having sex, it will be the same way and the same feelings that they were having back then. The difference was the difference is that back then we didn't have accessible contraception that we had now. If you look at the amount of every time people would have sex back then, they would have a child. A child would be the product of this, and this is a fact. You can even look it up. Look it up, bro. Look it up. People weren't using contraception.
Can I speak for the white people?
Yeah, you can. 1 second, though. I would say we're having more sex than ever.
Shut up, you.
Yo. You don't respect the thing. I say we're having more sex than ever. Yeah, we are less sexual, more perverse, and that perversity is increasing the quantity of sex, but not the quality of sex. You know what I'm trying to say, yeah? And secondly, this whole thing about we having 22 kids, I'm sorry, but I already highlighted to you how our people knew how to have sex, when to have sex, in order to create.
Not all of us. Not every. That was different tribes you're talking about, bro.
All our tribes. Let me tell you something. Now, whether it's been forgotten now, in the not so distant future, and not so recent past, our descendants or our ancestors definitely had a much greater knowledge on females, menses, ovulation cycles.
Red, I agree with you, yeah. But back then as well, yeah. Go to.
When to have sex, what the man should eat, what the man should drink, what the woman should eat, what the woman should drink, what they should bath with, yeah, what they should eat and drink afterwards. We had all of them knowledges there, and we've just recently started losing it. What Raz said about the Catholic Church does not apply to most of Africa, because most of Africa weren't dealing with the Catholic Church. Yeah,
I wasn't saying that, but that's not what I was saying. Because no, hold on, you're misrepresenting my point, bro.
No, you're not gonna do that to me.
You're misrepresenting my point.
I'm not missing your point. I'm letting you know that condom thing is a lame argument, yeah? Because the condom thing really only comes into play once people forgot their natural... Why people forgot their natural traditions, yeah? They forgot their natural cycles. They forgot when, how, their traditional ways, and they became engrossed in this whole Roman Catholic ideology. That's when the priest could tell them what to do, when not to do. What to do, where.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Before that, we were controlling our own birth rate, yeah? And our birth rate was sky high compared to those around us, yeah? They weren't breeding. And in fact, this is why they tried to take our birth rate down, because we're outbreeding them easily. Even in concentration camps, we're outbreeding them. So they have to find ways to cut that down. That's why
because they're robots, homie.
Hold on. This is an extreme simplification of the issue. Yeah. So who are you talking to, man?
No, he weren't talking to you, bro. He weren't talking to you. He's talking to me still.
Yo, can I say something now?
So hold on.
Becca's next. Becca's
next. After Becca, can I come in, please? After Becca.
Becca was next. Let Becca talk. Sorry, man.
So what I'm saying, above, if you see around the board, yeah, birth rates around the board has dropped, bro. Not just black people are not having babies. Everyone is not having babies as much as they used to back in the day. Yeah. The reason why is that because there is levels. You can negate the fact, yeah, that contraception has a lot to do with the low birth rate. Now, that's what I'm saying. So when we're talking about people who were active, everyone was active, bro. Even white people were having 8, 9 children in their house as well, bro. It was a common thing to see 9 people in a house.
I'll tell you what's a common thing. Go and research this. I'll tell you what's a common thing, yeah? The midwife, yeah, delivering the baby, yeah, or the midwife being in there alone, yeah, with the pregnant woman, and then coming out to the husband that was waiting outside because he didn't want to get attached or didn't want to be involved, didn't want to hold his wife's hand. The husband's outside, and the midwife will come and shake her head. Yeah.
So, bro, how do you explain?
Listen, man. and he'd drop to his knees and cry, yeah, and look in the sky and be like, why? Why did my baby die? Because they weren't delivering their babies right. They weren't using the right shit, yeah. Babies, women were dying in childbirth like fucking crazy, yeah. Go and look at your research, fam, yeah. White fertility rates were a madness. It was, and now when we look, and now when we look at everyone now, yeah, white, black, Chinese, everyone is now having complications birthing because we're using Western ways and Western techniques to do childbirth and prenatal care, yeah. And this is why we're all becoming like those that were at the bottom, yeah, who were having the hardest time having babies. Remember, they used to get us from out of the slave camps, get our women out of the slave camps to go and deliver their babies. And then it'd be our women to deliver the baby and be the first one to realize, wow, this is a light-skinned baby. This is a mixed face. This baby look just like Tono.
That's why they used to make black women breastfeed their babies, isn't it? Because of the nutrients.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm just literally saying we had all of this on wrap, and now we don't. I'm not pointing.
But you know, bro, can I just land quickly? I'm just saying a quick point, yeah. Back in the day, ancient Egypt and that, yeah, they understood the sexual energy, like if you store it and you keep it to a high level, because it was created to. That's why we can't recreate the pyramids and that, because of our sexual levels are so low. That's why we don't know how to do that shit no more, because we're all fucking like some European, bro. That's why they was fucky. We weren't fucky. That weren't part of our thing. You understand? We was never fucky. That's an XXX.
That's a fact, bro. Mind. That's a fact. Even look at the 1960s, bro.
That doesn't make someone less sexual. We already stated that.
Bro, look at the 1960s as well, bro.
Anyway, where's Becca?
She's gone, bro. Look at the 1960s, yeah.
So much that she fucked
up.
Right,
bro.
Slow down.
Over again, bro. Come on.
Slow down, man. Slow down, brothers, please, yeah. Because I don't really like to have somebody on the panel and they was waiting to chat and you refused to let them chat and now they've gone. I didn't like that still.
She's gonna come back in, man. She probably dropped out by accident.
When you don't want to come in the calls, she's always there coming on man's calls. So I have to rate the thing. Yo, Empress Becca, if you're ready to come back, come back. But if you're not, then stay over there and fuck off. Joke. Right.
I was next, bruv. Allow it.
These is jokes, man. Go on, Beefy. Oh, shit, Nifa.
Yeah, I'm back.
I was gonna say, yeah.
About fool. Who fucking called me a fool?
On what day, guys?
Someone said I was chatting nonsense. Who? Because who was talking sexuality and fertility?
I think it was Sniper. But
no, it was Jedi.
Let's wait.
Oh no, you gotta split. Oh,
Jedi. But Beefy, what was you gonna say?
Thanks, Jed.
Oh, yeah, okay, you're backing me out then, yeah?
I'm not backing out.
All I want to hear is I was wrong and I'll leave you.
No.
All I want to hear is I was wrong and I'll keep it moving.
All right, let Beefy split his bars and then me and you will go. Cause I've had enough of this, man. I don't know. Go on, Beefy.
Yeah, I was gonna say on what Raz is saying. The Catholic Church were not preaching no condom and everything until they came to Africa and the other places where they saw them being outbreeded.
Yeah.
That's why they brought in the condoms and everything. Let me not. I got wrong. I lost my thought. I'll come back. Wait, I lost my thought.
You say the Catholic Church?
I know. I'll come back.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, Nifa, sister, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I feel like the way you dismiss the fertility and sexuality link, I felt like you must not have considered it for long enough. Because how can you deny
sexuality? What's your definition of sexuality, Jedi?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Sexuality is a deeper thing, yeah. And it's more to do with
you spoke about people being highly sexual and things like that, right?
No.
No, hold on. Because you made an example about when a woman comes on her period, she's more sexual. Did you not say that?
Yes.
Okay. So all I'm saying,
her sexuality, her awareness of her sexuality has become heightened. And the power that she wields in that period of time, her energy reaches a certain apex which is conducive, which makes her body react, which means that even a chaste woman will feel those feelings a lot more around that time, because the connection between her womb, her ovaries, her mind, and her vagina is an unbreakable connection.
Well, look, that sounded quite nice, yeah? I'm not going to lie, yeah? I always feel warm inside, yeah? But sexuality and fertility are they're not the same, brother. Because I could be highly sexual. You could turn me on like anything, yeah? Before we even get anywhere, I could be, you understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean I'm going to breed, virgin. Because if I'm infertile, it doesn't matter how bad you are. You understand?
I feel like someone
that's the point there. How can it be related if you're infertile?
I feel like they're disconnected though, because then you're just wet for wet's sake, innit? And you're not connected to your fertility. You're not connected to that. That's what I'm saying. When we go back to the original forms. Hold on. No.
Now you're gonna sound crazy,
fam. Jedi's mid-sentence still. When we go away from our innate understanding of ourselves, and when we are not in tune with our cycles and our seasons, then you might just want to fuck. You want to fuck for fuck's sake. We've already established that we weren't just fucking for fuck's sake, just like that back in the days, like we do now. So that recreational, it was all part of one. It was all part of one. So you would definitely know if you're not fertile, if you're not fertile, there's due to be aspects of sex you're not going to enjoy.
Excuse me?
Yeah. If you're not fertile, fully fertile, there's due to be aspects of sex that you're not going to enjoy.
Like what?
Because sex is a process, from beginning to end. And the end of the process is a baby. Yeah, that's full 100 sex.
Yeah, but no. But you said earlier, bro, you said back in the day, we need to have sex when and where. So we could have sex without having babies because we knew the time. So now you're saying the end process, but now you're saying the end of sex is a baby. That don't make no sense.
You're wasting time because you just repeated it. You heard the in-tuneness. You heard that woman making a conscious decision because she knows when her time's up. If you ain't fertile, you ain't got no damn time. What are you talking about?
No,
but if you can't have youth, if you cannot have youth, I'm gonna say this,
listening to you, Jedi, and I'm telling you, you're not sounding.
If you cannot have children, and when you're having children, it ain't to create. When you're having sex, it ain't with the aim goal of having a child or creating life. Then your level of sexuality is very much different from a woman who has planned, knows her seasons, and knows what she's at if. Even if she's at it, stop talking over me, man. Yeah, stop talking over me. One second. Save the sound effects after I finish talking. Please, man. I don't want to hear no. I don't need that. Yeah, I'm telling you this, innit? You're a woman. You can tell me your version, innit? I'm saying, if you're trying to have sexuality without fertility, then that is just the carnal form. That's just the carnal expression. Yeah. If you're not taking fertility into account, and when you are fertile, then you are not procreating. Yeah. You're just fucking. Yeah. And there's a big difference. So I say that your fertility, and your sexuality are inextricably linked. Yeah. And if you listen to your body and you tune in with your body and you stop eating tuna curry and corned beef soup, your body will tell you when you're fertile and you will behave accordingly. That's what I'm saying. All your pheromones are all smelling different because you yam meat.
Well, I mean, like I said, I hear what you said, Jed, but I vehemently disagree. Yeah, you could have a fully healthy woman who's highly sexual and she's infertile.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
How is she fully healthy? How is she fully healthy then?
Okay, I mean she's healthy in any other way, Jedediah. However,
for her reproductive organs.
So,
except her reproductive organs do not work properly.
And the same for a man as well, Jedediah. Remember, the same for a man. You know, you could have a man out there that have a hood stand for days and days, and he
can't breathe nothing. Yeah.
So is he not sexual then?
But it's still not the same. He don't have life in his sperm. So
you equate sexuality to life.
He's sexual, but he can't. He's not even fertile. He's not even sprouting life. That's dead. That's just dead fluid.
Yeah, but how can you talk if you're I'm assuming you're a fertile man, right? So how can you talk for an unfertile man?
Because if you're unfertile, then you're shooting blanks.
How do you? No, but I'm saying, how can you know the feeling?
That means there's no life in your sperm.
Yeah, obviously, because he's not fertile. Right? Because he's not fertile. But I'm saying it don't mean he's not sexual. Of course, he's fully sexual. He can still get a boner.
I'm saying his sexuality is different, yeah, from his fertility, and his sexuality is not linked with his fertility. Therefore he's gonna have a different form of sexuality. Right? If he doesn't have that awareness, then that's just down to people not knowing themselves.
He ain't got the end product of a baby.
I'm telling you, just like every man here on the panel will tell you this from now. The day that they got their gal pregnant, when they bust that nut, they knew that was a baby. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I agree with you on that one.
All right, there you go. Today you know that there's a link between your fertility and your sexuality. Come on, fam.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really disagree with that point. Like when you bust a nut and you're having a baby, like I can tell you the nut that I bust from a 13-year-old. I can tell you that nut. Like I remember that nut. I know when he came out. You know what I mean? But not all the time though, because some guys have babies. Like I know a youth that was just rubbing his hood on the girl's clit and that, and he got her pregnant just by his pre-cum. Yeah, real talk. So sometimes you can have a baby without knowing as well. It's not all the time you know. It depends if you're connected with your inner self, innit?
And that's all I'm trying to say. And I'm saying, once we foster, some women naturally have that connection. White women, black women, Chinese women, they have that connection with their inner self. Yeah. So their fertility and their sexuality is definitely inextricably linked. End of story. It's definitely linked. And those that don't have that level of awareness, they may be sexual but not fertile. They may be fertile but not sexual. Whatever, there's disconnect going on in there.
But my point, back to the point though, because this kind of was like a side subject. Like I think black people before slavery weren't as sexual as we were now. Hands down, we weren't
as perverse as we were now.
Now I'll say sexual as well, because we knew if you was from a poor village, you know, if you have kids, yeah, you've got to provide for them.
Let me come in now.
You know you can be sexual without having sex, right?
Let me come in now, please. After.
Yeah, of course. If you can't get girl and you're just masturbating.
No. That's not. No.
Okay,
you know
fire.
Sexual, 1 second. You know you can be sexual and exude sexuality, yeah, without having sex.
Kind of lost me still.
Yo, Jedi, you're all over the place, man. You just said it's linked to fertility and all the rest of it.
Yeah, so what? How can you not be sex? What's wrong with you lot? So how do you think certain gal is even getting man out here? If their pheromones, yeah, their pheromones is not telling man them that they're ready to breed. If their thighs are not telling man, right, she's got baby making hips. Yeah, she's ready. She's not walking and behaving in a certain way. Come like you lot don't study animals. Yeah, how can you come like you think animals like my dog, my Jada, yeah, and as a bitch, yeah, no disrespect to women, I'm not comparing you lot, yeah, I'm just saying she's the closest animal I have, yeah. When she's on her period, her behavior changes. She exudes a certain sexuality, yeah, and dogs that are in tune with that know what time it is. And when they try to jump on her, she's not on it. She's moving off because she's not ready to breed at that day. But her sexuality is there. The way she moves, even like she's more flirtatious in her movements. What I'm saying is, be sexual.
Yeah, but bro, yeah, dogs are way more in tune with themselves than
To be sexual, you do not have to have sex. Man is fighting that down. I'm saying there's 2 points I'm making now. Yeah, your sexuality and your fertility are linked. That's one. Second point is you can be sexual, yeah, and exude sexual whatever sexuality without having sex. Who is going to argue with me on these 2 points? Exactly. Come out your feelings, man. Get me? I'm making 100% sense. Get me?
I'm in now as well.
Yeah. Go on, Machi.
When you talk about the population, that we've always been breeders, bro. We've always been breeders. But if you look at the population of the black people now, it should be way more. If not for genocides and everything, and we're still outbreeding all other races.
If it weren't for abortion is the biggest.
No, forget about abortion, bro. Forget about abortion. How about the genocides? The massive.
How can you forget abortion?
bruv.
Do you know how much millions of people? Millions of people babies die from abortion. You know, in America now, you can kill a baby.
Please, bruv. If you talk all along, I haven't spoken, said nothing. I said
so that's not a genocide in America.
Yeah, talk, bruv. Please, Jesus. Yeah. What I'm saying, yeah. If you kill off, yeah, over 200 million people, if 200 million people had kids and they had kids and their kids, how many people would there be today? Do you think about that?
You're asking me a question, then when I jump in, you say, "Can you talk?" I don't understand.
I'm making a point here. I'm saying,
is there a question or a point? That sounded like a question.
I'm making my point. You listen, innit? You don't listen to answer. You don't listen to anything else. You want to catch people up. That's what you want to do. Listen, bro. I'm saying we've always been breeders, yeah, and we're still.
So we're dogs now. We're breeders. They used to call us breeders on the plantation. We was never breeders.
Bro,
we was never breeders.
Talk, please. Mute your mic.
We're not dogs.
We're
not breeders.
Wait, please mute his mic, bro. Please. Don't talk, please, bro. Let me finish my point, bro. Yeah? And no matter how, let me say the things I want to say in it. Coming afterwards. We've always been breeders, yeah? We breed a lot, yeah, as black people. And all I'm saying is, if you take away the Holocaust of slave trade, the Arabic slave trade, the colonization, we will be in the billions and billions of people right now in the world. But that's how they know that, but they control us by killing us off, by telling us all need abortions, Planned Parenthood, and all this. But they know if they don't do those things, we will be in our numbers will grow so much they can control us. Simple, straightforward. Go on then, Fire. You need to break up.
Bro, I'm letting man speak then, man.
I'm not finished now. Talk now, innit?
Yeah, fully not. No, all I'm saying is, yeah, like, what you're talking about is right in a way that you understand. Like, but the terminology you're using is wrong. Because they used to call us breeders. You know, when a Jamaican man said, "No, I'm breed that girl," and that is from slavery, bro. So don't call us breeders. We was never breeders. Breeders is what you call animals. We're not livestock. So your terminology is totally wrong for one. That terminology there is a white supremacist terminology. So don't never call us breeders. None of my family was breeders anyway. Let me talk for myself. You understand? My families were people, homie.
Okay, get the point breeders. Now. The point
Red Pill's dog is a breeder.
The point I made wrong, bruv.
Okay, so your point was wrong. Thank you.
No, so what I'm saying, if the for the Holocaust, yeah, the Africans, slave trade, how many millions of people died in slave trade, black people, and how many people died in Arabic slave trade, yeah, castrations. If those people are allowed to breed and have kids, how many people do you think there'll be right now, black people in the world? We'll be billions.
I never said nothing against that though, bro. If there was no slave trade, if there was no abortions, we're still the most people in the world right now. So imagine without that how much of us there would have been. But we can't go into fairy tale imagination. That never happened. It is what it is right now. So I can't tell you how it would have been without this. That's some fairy tale shit.
Okay, let's get into this. How many people died just being transported to the Americas? You know,
bro. What's your point? I'm not disputing none of that. I don't understand your point. I said before slavery, we weren't as sexual as now. We was more doers.
We've always been. That means you're lying, bro. We've always been like this.
How? Alright then. We've always been like this. So you're saying. Alright then. Do you know why you lot are chatting shit? Yeah, because the way we treat women and stuff, a lot of it has come from the slavery thing, then the hip hop culture and all of that, and even the bashment culture. That's fact. And women were complete, like man them calling women bitches. We didn't do that in Africa, so we haven't always been the same. This promiscuous behavior has come from the Europeans, bro. This sexual behavior has come from the Europeans, bro.
Let me talk about myself. My grandma, had 10 kids. There's 10 kids. I have 75 children. Most of my family, the average family, has got 6 kids, 7 kids.
Okay, cool.
So I know what you're talking about, bro.
No, I wanted to say that.
I got uncle in Jamaica who's got 22 kids.
Fire. Yeah. After the Second World War, I mean, when my people came here, you get what I'm saying? Just after the Second World War when they came here, I'm saying like my grandma had 9 children. about 7 of them in this country. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, my great grandma had she had 12. She was one of 12 sisters. You got what I'm saying? Like the numbers start to go multiple as we go back. Now we go to my father's side.
They're going down now. Now they're coming down.
Hold on. My grandfather had 16 wives and 36 children. And my dad's like number 15. So I'm saying like the numbers are going down because of where we are. But back where we come from, the numbers have always been high, bro. We're the ones letting the
I didn't say the number of children wasn't high. You lot are going into something else.
Yeah,
I didn't say we weren't having children. I said when we was having sex, it wasn't for pleasure. It's for recreation.
Bruv,
that's what it was for.
Bruv. You said we're not having as many kids before slavery. Shut up, bruv.
I didn't say that. You don't listen. I said we weren't as sexual before slavery. I said that clear as day. I said that. So what are you talking about? I didn't say nothing about kids. We weren't having as much kids. I said we was more sexual, but we got this sexual behavior from porn. Alright, then would you not agree that pornography makes? Alright, then do you want to hear the wickedest thing? Do you know in the West, in Africa, in the West, yeah, or in the Far East and that, girls don't come on their period until they're like 18, bro, because of their diet and their lifestyle. And boys' testosterone don't hit a certain degree. So back in the day, we might not have been so sexually promiscuous or sexual when we was young. We're younger now. Girls come on their periods earlier now than then. You understand? Because of their diet and the way they're living. So it's a whole different genetic makeup now of the black person than before slavery. You understand? We didn't have porno and that in Africa. You understand, bro? Like, we didn't have as much choices as well as now. If I don't want a black girl, I can have a white girl, Chinese girl, I can have anything. We didn't have those choices now. That's why and it's promoted in our entertainment. That's the main thing. When I was growing up, elders used to say to me, because I come from a Jamaican background, oh, you got to have more than one girl and because of the music, because of bashment and that. That was the culture. But that wasn't us beforehand. And African people...
Well, you play music for everything, innit?
No, you listen. And listen to my point. And African people will say, oh, like African girls will say, but Jamaican men are cheaters. Why do they say that? Why do African girls, when I was growing up, would say, I don't want to be with a Jamaican man because they're a cheater? Because we was the ones that were more enslaved directly. You understand? Like the butt fucking and that started in Jamaica.
So hold on. You just went off on one there, bro.
How?
What the hell has that got to do with what you just said?
No, because he made a point that was invalid because I didn't say we weren't having children before slavery. So that was bullshit anyway.
No, but you went from how Jamaicans, the Africans would say, I don't want to be the Jamaican because they're
yeah. Because they know they sold us out, yeah, and they know we're more sexual, we're more like sexual.
Who sold us out? Who sold us out?
Right, then our Jamaican men more sexual than African men.
Who sold us out?
Pardon? I'm saying, like, they see it like that. Why did Ghana apologize to us? Because they sold us out.
No,
what are you talking about?
Ghana apologized for the fact.
Ghana apologized.
They apologized because they never did nothing to get us back.
No. They apologized for the man said it clearly in the speech. Listen to the speech.
I've heard the speech a million times, fam. I'm the first one to post
that. He said, I'm welcome you not back. I'm sorry for telling you not rare.
Please make a point and take the point, bro. You're making 10 points in one thing, bro. Just make 1 point, please.
Yeah, that's all I know.
It's better than some people ain't even making 1 point, bro. So 10 points is better than one, innit?
Hey, all I'm saying is, yeah, you went off on one, innit? Like, we understand the history of us, fam. We understand that history, but you went from why the girl thinks the Jamaican boy is a cheater. Then you went from because
because that was a valid point.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a valid point.
Can I finish?
We was more sexual. That's why they say we're cheaters. Because the Jamaican man, his genetic makeup or what he's been through makes him more sexual. You understand? than the African man. When I was growing up, my African friends' household, they always had their mum and dad more time, not all the time. In the Jamaican household, it weren't that. So that African man that's with his African woman, and we know, like African boys or brethren will say, my dad's been with my mum the whole life. You understand? So we weren't beating around. Wait, let me finish. So we weren't beating around different girls. That's bullshit.
Fam, stop it, man. My mum grew up with her mum and dad, fam. Stop that stupidness. When our grandparents came here, right, one of them would come first. For instance, my granddad came first.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about us. I said us. Our generation, not your mum.
Yes, I know. I
already said my dad's parents were together.
You can speak like that. Ain't your mouth horse. Listen, bruv. Fuck. Listen, bruv, what I'm saying is, when it came to us now, yeah? When it came to our, not even us, our parents and that now, growing up and having us now, yeah? It came in an era where they told us that men couldn't be living with us, with the women. So they broke down the family household from then. And the reason it hit Jamaicans first is because we were the first ones here. So they hit us with that. So don't start talking shit, bro. Because when our grandmas and that first came, yeah, we was a family, bro. Stop that bullshit. And we was a family way after us physically being in slavery. And we was a family until when the 80s or whenever came in and they started to break down the family household. Fam, stop that stupidness, man. Where are you, fam? Like, you're pissing me off, man. Where are you, bruv? I mean, God. Yeah.
What can I see here? Anyone in the group, didn't I see that earlier? Didn't I see just what Rich Porter said earlier? The Jamaican families, when they came over, they was together. When they first come over, I'm talking about the next generation, us. I said that clear as day, so you're not even listening, Rich. You're making the same point as me and trying to use it against me. And you lot are just biased and donuts, bro, because you heard me say that clear as day. You heard me say that clear as day.
You can't say I'm biased because I actually haven't had anything to say so far.
Thank you. Mad.
I'm not exactly, so you're not even valid. I'm talking about people that
That's because I haven't had the opportunity actually, because everyone I've been waiting. Yeah, I haven't had no opportunity to actually speak.
No, Red Pill told you to speak, but you came out and in the other chat you said you were doing something.
I messaged him in the back chat saying I was dealing with something, I'm coming.
Exactly. Shit.
Yeah,
listen. Let's get order in here now, yeah? Fuck this. Fire, yeah? For real, man. Listen, go drink some water or something for a little second, fam. Just let someone else talk, yeah? So, I'm saying, let the ladies talk, yeah? Right? And then... And listen, fam, see, oh my gosh, fam, see what I mean? You didn't even get a fam, you didn't even get a breather. So Becca's gonna talk, fam. If she's got something to say, I'm not gonna, if she's got something to say, Becca's gonna talk now. And then Black Spice is gonna talk if she's got something to say. And then Maku and Nat talk, fam. You're saying, but fam, you've been going on, fam, for like, yeah, fam. So just let everyone get their points across, yeah? And then you get your points off. And then if your points are valid, we applaud you. If your points ain't valid, then we destroy you. That's it.
Let the clone talk. Go on.
You're a dickhead, man. We're going to attack you today, bro. Well, go on. Becca.
Yeah, so basically, the point that I wanted to talk about is when you lot were talking about pregnancy and how easy it is for them to get pregnant, easy it was for the black women to get pregnant, which is probably true, to be honest with you, because when I was growing up, this is what I wanted to say earlier, when I was growing up, it was very common for white people just to have 2 children, and that was it. And then obviously my friends had 3, 4, 5 different siblings. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this whole people making people sexual, whatever, isn't it a bit pointless? Does it really matter who made who sexual? At the end of the day, people... Do you know what I'm saying?
But what about the Irish, though?
What about the Irish?
Do you think it's just an English thing, though? Because I swear that
Irish... Let her talk, man! Shut up, man! Let her talk!
Shut up, man.
He's asking me a question.
Thank you. Like, what's wrong with John?
Exactly. Let him hold your mouth, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, Becca.
Yeah.
Is that just like the English though? Because I swear Irish people have got a lot of kids too.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience when it comes to Irish, obviously I had Irish neighbours and that, like Irish travellers particularly, do have a lot of children.
Yeah.
That's because most Irish travellers are actually Catholic. And Catholics, as you know, do not believe in birth control.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't know that still.
So now what I'm going to say is, what he's saying about before slavery, we wasn't sexual. No, we weren't sexually perverse. There's a difference. Yeah. But you cannot say that we weren't having sex for pleasure. That's a wow. You understand? That's you can't say that. We weren't sexually deviant.
I can say that. How? I can say that because I've researched it, bro.
Yeah, but listen, you can't research and know that that's the absolute everything because we already know. That's what
okay, cool. Then you could say that about anything.
Hold on.
Yeah,
you're fully
talk,
in
man. Why are you getting back in everyone's talk?
I'm talking and you're talking. Come on. Like, listen. You can't, just because you're researching, it's the absolute. You're doing this showboating like you're on, bare knowledge and you're out in what everyone's saying on an automatic. You understand? That's why you're having problems. Because you're there out in everybody else. Like, the be no. Just because you research, no, it's not true. You cannot say we weren't sexual. We weren't sexually perverse, but we was having sex. We weren't just having sex for procreation. We were having sex for pleasure. You can't say that. I understand where you come from, but then you get outlandish with it, and that's the problem. And then you understand.
Shut up, man, about facts.
What do you mean? Bruh, that's what I'm saying.
See, but when people say something to you, you don't like it. You're ignorant.
I'm talking to Rick Porter. I'm talking to Rick Porter.
You're going on like as if to say you're the only one that has knowledge.
I'm not talking to you. Calm down.
You're a big dickhead.
I wasn't talking to you.
You're a big dickhead. You're in here showboating.
Calm down, man. You're a big pussy. You're a big pussy head.
Hey,
how can you be so combative when you're trying to debate? You understand?
No, but you're calling me a big dickhead. You're a big pussy head.
You're getting rude. Shut your mouth. You're fucking rude.
Listen.
Who are you trying to come for? You're a dickhead.
All right, listen.
Okay, pussy.
All right, listen.
He can't debate, man.
Fiona, chill.
Yeah. Let's get back to the point. Forget that. Fire. Relax yourself, man. You're just on some haywire, cuz.
Yeah, like you need to allow it, bro.
I know yesterday you're thinking about that all yesterday and that and all today, yeah. But yesterday's yesterday, fam. Stop going on so harsh, yeah. Like chill out, bruv.
And I wasn't even disagreeing. I'm just I wasn't even disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just saying that sometimes you go a little bit off.
Yeah, fam, because you're not the only intelligent one in here, bro.
I'm not even saying that. I understood what you're saying, but obviously you're getting like it's miscommunication, isn't it? Because you're going off in a tangent, different way. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Remember what I said today?
I was to Rich Porter to shut up, by the way. I didn't cuss you or anything, but you just started to call me a dickhead and stuff. So I beg you apologize.
You dickhead, shut up. Listen to this, bro. Yeah. You're going off, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, fam. You're not the only intelligent one in here, fam. Yeah. We all can see we all can see the sun in the sky. Yeah. Just relax yourself, bro. Yeah. Relax yourself. Because sometimes you just go off, fam. We understand, fam. You've studied, we've studied, fam. You know what I'm saying? Yours may be right, ours may be right, yours may be wrong, ours may be right, wrong. We don't know. But stop going off, fam, just because, research, fam, allow it, fam. Just relax yourself, fam. Take a breather, fam. This is what I'm saying, fam. You've been talking for long, yeah, and not even had a glass of water, fam. That's weird. I'm starting to think you're a robot.
Hey, Rich, Michael, answer you, please. Come, Michael.
Yo, wait a minute. Bro. All I know is, I'm in a room filled with my brothers here, and three of them, there's 4 of us in here, and 3 of them are Jamaican, and I think they took offense to some of the stuff you were saying. Still, you got what I'm saying? This butt fucking and all of this type of stuff that you were trying to claim that was.
Ain't that true though?
No, that is true though.
Facts.
It's facts.
No, bro. You're saying
talking about
a process that took place in the 1600s,
yeah.
Right? You come forward, and man's talking about Windrush.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the 1950s, yeah?
Yeah.
Rush is the 1950s. So I think a lot of people's point was that families was coming over, organized already. We have a lot of, we do breed a lot.
Facts. Families was coming over, bro.
All right, so that's our point.
What are you talking about?
When they were coming over, as we said, some of them were getting new wives. You know, some were grabbing European women like it was going out of fashion. Otherwise, no Samantha Mumbers or none of these people at all. You know what I'm saying? Someone was going to country and having sex with these European women. You know what I'm saying? And this is way back. You know what I'm saying? So my point is the idea of sex and sexuality and perverse and deviantness. You've got to understand that the deviant we're talking about is a form of cave dwelling. You know what I'm saying? If you lived in a cave, you had this idea in your head, right? That every time you put your ting in a woman, you bred her. Now that wasn't, you didn't necessarily want that because it's an extra mouth. Cave. Remember, you're not in the open savannah. You're not in an environment that's warm and that you can sustain such things. So man found other ways to release. You know what I'm saying? This is where the idea of certain sexual acts come from. You know what I'm saying? You've got to understand that that's like a cave dwelling. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a cave, you're saying, oh, if I bust a nut in this woman, I know 9 months later she's gonna have a baby. So sometimes I might just have to take it out, bust on the floor, or maybe busting them out, or blah blah blah. Excuse my French.
But what are you talking about though? It's not even the cum though that gets the girl. It's the pre-cum more time. So that the pre-cum stronger than the bust up.
I'm not saying that. The idea. Hold on. The idea of
hey Michael. Hey, I'm after Michael, please. And
another thing is that the idea of sexual positions is like Kama Sutra, yeah. So in Asia they have the Kama Sutra. In Africa we have the Nim, which is the same form. It's the same form of in Kemet where you see all the sexual positions that we used to do and blah blah blah, showing you that we did also have sex for pleasure as well and knowing the science of procreation. You know what I'm saying? It's just plain and simple, fam. You know what I'm saying? And we know that even in this country, the problem we have is sex, drugs. You know what I'm saying? I say rock or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, when you're bored and you've got nothing to do, people just have more children. This is what they put against Mexicans. They say, oh, Mexicans, they breed like it's going out of fashion. You know this is your social environment. You know what I'm saying? Which makes it more use all the factors like this. You know what I'm saying? We know that abortion, we know that contraception, all of these things are meant to dampen us. Even the idea of family planning, family planning clinics and eugenics, is all about stopping us breeding. You understand? So this is that I believe personally that yes, we were always highly sexed, but we knew the science of it. Even down to chakras will tell you that your lower chakras are the ones that drive your sexual, you get me? Sexual energy.
All right then. If you're talking about that, was it Minix? I wonder.
Yeah, man. You just jump up, fam.
Go on, man. Fuck, nigga, man.
Another thing as well. Even during slavery, the black people had families during slavery.
But they used to get separated, right?
They would get separated after the breed. No, they would, but some families too kept. They still okay. Let me go this. During the Arab slave trade, they took us treatment. Yeah. So after every 5 years, they have to come and get some more slaves. Whereas in the Americas, they allowed them to breed in their families so they could have new slaves there and then instead of buying new slaves. So they were allowing them to have families, have more kids, and then they take the kids at a certain age away. Yeah. So the husband working on the field, the wife working in the house.
Shit, man.
But there were families in slavery. People were getting married in slavery. So now he's saying, oh, because of slavery, we don't have to have relationships. It's bullshit.
but they might start cussing still. I want to talk. Can I talk? I want to go back to yesterday's topic, but forget it still. Forget it.
Yeah, forget that.
Now, just a little point though.
Oh fucking hell! You can't even help yourself, innit?
Nah, forget it. No, because it's coming from a young person. Yeah, like I just asked like someone in school. Yeah, does everyone listen to drill? And they said yeah. Man said yeah, but especially the youths that get into trouble. And that's coming from someone that's in a school.
Oh,
man said especially the youths. But I forget it then. Forget that point. But I just want to make that point quickly. Just keep that in your head for next time you want to chat to her.
How old is he? 13? How old is he? 13? How old is the person? 13? Fire. Let's just finish you off once and for all.
You know when man asked his own son?
Yeah, he's 13-year-old, yeah?
You know when man asked his own son? You get me? That's not fair, man. You're not allowed to do that, man. Yeah, if you're gonna do a survey, like add more people one, don't just ask one child. That would help. You know what I'm saying? And one child cannot account for everybody around him. It doesn't make no sense.
Okay.
You don't know what they're listening to on their headphones. What do you mean? You
all right, cool. So you do as an old man.
They could be
to a 13-year-old.
They could be listening to pop.
All right, cool. Make it. Your points are damaging for our community, bro. But let's move off this subject.
Nah, mate, you already died yesterday.
Your thing is to turn a blind eye to shit because you got friends that are drillers. I've got family that are drillers, and I will stand my ground in their face. You're playing the fence, bro.
There's no fence, man. It's pick me over everything, man. You get me?
You're on top of the fence with the barbed wire, stuck in the barbed wire.
I can't be, bro. I can't be. I've got children.
Fire. I think you know that you're losing this childbirth marriage thing. Now you divert. Let's take 1 point, bro. Yeah. When you talk, you bring out 10 points, and no one knows where you're going.
That subject was finished, man. You lot was losing fuel, man. You lot didn't have no more fuel. You lot ran out of petrol.
So when did Jamaica become Greece? When did Jamaica become Greece?
Hey, don't let him put you in the trap, cuz he's trying to win today. That's what he's trying to do. Get some points back.
Man, end up crying again, bro. That's the problem. You end up crying.
I'm not trying to win, you know. I'm trying to educate. There's a difference. You lot are trying to win.
You're educated with no facts, fam, or anything you say. You're just waffling.
But you ain't came with no facts either, homie.
Hey.
What did I say?
Water. Who are you coming to educate?
Then when I come with facts here, you not say fuck qualifications, fuck people with diplomas. How does that make sense? So where can we get facts from if we can't get facts from scientists and people with diplomas? You don't make no fucking sense, bro. Where's the facts gonna come from? The dirt then? You're chatting shit. Come on. So what do you lot class as facts? That should be a debate. What is classed as facts?
More than your lip service.
Bro, hey, Fire, did you go to university? Hey, Fire, did you go to uni?
I've been to the university of the hood.
Oh, man. That's a shit one still. You got to blend that with real stuff.
Have you got a diploma? Have you got a diploma? Have you got a diploma? What's your qualification? What are your qualifications?
I don't have no qualifications.
So who are you here to educate then?
Pardon?
Who are you here to educate then if you don't know qualifications?
No, but I'm saying when someone studies in a one particular area, they're a specialist.
What are your qualifications? What are your qualifications? Zero.
What do you mean?
So who are you here to educate? Like you said.
No, I don't think you need qualifications to teach, though.
Exactly. So you're chatting shit, man. Louder, man.
So who are you? What are you educating us about?
No, my point was you're not listening, bro. My point was you not say don't refer to people with diplomas and stuff. So I'm like, who am I supposed to refer to for facts? You're getting into me. I wasn't talking about me. You just got some chip on your shoulder. You know what? You just got some chip on your shoulder from last night, mate.
Let me finish talking. You're talk,
yeah.
You just said, I've come here to educate. You know what you said? I've come here to educate. Don't talk shit, bruv.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You just said,
because I got. No, my point was you're not listening. I don't know how you take information in, bro. I don't know if you understand me. I don't know what's going on.
Idiot. But you're here to educate.
Hold on. Can I just say one thing?
Nonsense.
My point is, like, if you're gonna quote a scholar, as you said, it is a specialist, you have to have some knowledge also in that field to analyze the information and give it to us.
Yeah, obviously I got knowledge in that field, but I'm not a specialist. That's my point, bro.
So what's your qualification? Come on. What is your qualification?
What are you talking about? I said I'm not a specialist. Shut up. What are you talking about?
You're
talking shit.
I didn't say.
What the fuck, bro?
They say a specialist.
Niggas are cooking, man.
Bro, are you a historian? Are you a scientist? What are your qualifications? I'm asking you. Don't get so defensive when you can answer a question.
Not paperwork.
Well, I will answer your question. I haven't got no government qualification. I haven't got.
Listen. YouTuber, you watch a little bit of YouTube. You think you know everything. Shut up, bro.
But listen. Can I say something though, quickly? For one, I don't believe you need the white man's qualification to be able to teach. Second, because if you look at the world, the most educated people are the ones without them qualifications. And another thing is, man, chatting shit, fam. Why are you just over here shouting, shouting?
I'm not even talking. What are you talking about? You're not.
Nah, before. Huh?
Stop going backwards, man.
Even if you join... Rich.
Yeah.
Even if you join a Masonic order, or even if you're Marcus Garvey, did you get an education? Did he get an education?
Who, Marcus Garvey?
Yeah.
Yeah. He got education before he came to England, though. So you know.
Right. That's cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he got an education. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and let a man say that even a teacher, if you decide that you want to teach something, you never learned nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you don't need paper though to say that I'm educated enough to teach.
Let me show you how I determine facts. I get paper facts, solid facts, and verbal facts, and they've all got to be in line with each other.
What I'm saying is that if man goes out, because I feel, sorry, let me just finish this. I feel when I left school, and I left college and the system and all them things there, I became smarter than when I was in school. Right. I don't believe that you. What?
Your heroes are educated, though.
What you say?
Real talk. Malcolm X was educated.
Self-educated.
No. Yeah. Bobby Seals, all of them, man, there went to university.
A lot of them was. I'm not saying a lot of them weren't.
Hold on. Khalid Muhammad, university graduate. Marcus Garvey, university graduate. All of these people, university graduate. The only one, maybe, Malcolm X. The only one.
Yeah. And I'm saying, I did not say that you can't be.
Even the Black Panthers, the whole university graduate.
But bro, you're acting like I said. You're acting like I said, bro. You can't be educated. But I am saying, we do not need no white person's paper to say that we do not know what we're talking about, bro.
What is a fact to you then?
One second, that's a lie, because it seems that we do.
Why?
We wouldn't have our brothers called Dr. Umar or you know what I mean? Because the man that took a doctorate. So if I speak to you then, Maku, if I speak to you, bro, the first time I spoke to you, when you started talking whatever you're talking about, history and all them things, before I listened to you, I should have said, bro, what's your qualification? What paper, what uni did you go to?
Bro, wait 1 second, bro.
Did I say that?
And I would have answered you.
What should I have said that though?
What level of education did I attain? That's a simple question, bro.
So you can't be. So you have to go through, because remember the education of what we're probably talking about. They're not teaching us in them schools. So you have to have been self-taught.
Rich, listen. If someone comes and says to you, "Come to educate you,"
I do think you can use education to your advantage, but you still got to have your own grounding.
Let me talk, please. Let me talk.
I always had a teacher of some sort. I'm not going to have that.
What part of Garvey's teaching that he get from university? Which part of Garvey's teaching that he taught the people them? Which part of that did he get from uni from? He would have Garvey. He would have still had the same information, the same stuff, teachings on black power.
I remember, Marcus Garvey used to idolize Sam Cooke, who was a white man. He got his the way he used to speak. Marcus Garvey was from Sam Cooke.
What's that got to do with what you're talking about?
No, I'm just for it because he was a qualified speaker. That's why Marcus Garvey. That was his role model in speaking.
Bro. We already established here that a lot of our revolutionaries and things were educated. That's the only point.
Of course, but bro. Why do you keep saying that, fam?
1 second. I didn't say all of them. Yeah, and I say for myself personally. Yeah.
Even Tupac was educated.
Yes. Listen, go on.
1 second. I've always had a teacher.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm trying to learn, I have to learn something from someone. You know what I'm saying? Even
of course.
Even if it's an apprenticeship as a chippy or whatever, I have to learn from someone.
Of course, bro. But I'm saying, it's like you're not hearing me. I am saying you do not need, the white person's qualification, to say now I'm educated, because there is people with the qualification that you could say I am more educated than this Don. He just knows
Richard, university course. That's all I want.
Richard,
man, don't even let me finish, fam.
Wait.
None of your heroes fit that description.
I come to you and say I'm going to educate you. What's the first thing you say to me?
What do you say?
If I come to you and say I'm going to educate you, what's the first thing you say to me?
What you going to educate me on?
Ask one of my qualifications.
So it depending what you're going to educate me on.
No, I'm asking you.
So again,
bro, listen to me. Won't you ask me what I'm qualified in the list?
Where do I? Well, I need to ask what you qualify, what you educating me on first, fam. Before I ask, because if you come to me and say, let me educate you, you could be educating me on the streets, and fam, I could get education and knowledge from anybody.
Hold on. Let me educate you. Yeah, sorry, fam. So what I'm saying, my computer is doing an absolute champion madness right now, So I can't get back. I can't mute my mic on my other thing or unmute my mic. I don't know what's going on. I wanted to shout out the people in the chats because you lot have been doing work like 2 hours straight, non-stop chatting, but a lot of you have forgotten to hit that like button, and it's important for the brothers, for us, for our platforms to grow, that we get these likes up. So if you lot can hit the like button, I'm not going to beg you, but you lot should be used to it by now. We've got 80 people watching, and the likes are looking mad low, and I know you lot are liking the conversation, you get me? Big up to the brothers, man like Fire, man like Baba, man like Rich, Sniper, Beefy, Ezra, Becky, Fiona, all holding it down. Yeah, man, let's get these likes up and then we can just get straight back to the information, because it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Thank you, you lot, man, because this convo has been sick. Bare energy. It's deep, man. It's deep. Get me?
Nice.
It's nice. Yes, Ezra, what's going on over there?
Yeah, man, bless up my G. Done, man.
Big up. All right, cool. Yo, have we checked to make sure the sisters are cool? You lot offer them a seat? Like, do they want to chat on the mic? Are they good over there in the corner? Fiona, Becky, you lot all right?
Yeah, bless.
Yeah, they're treating you well over here, yeah?
Yeah, everything.
You sure, yeah?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Them girl can handle themselves, bro. It's mad.
Say no more. Yeah, we notice I didn't ask Fiona still. All right, cool.
Hey, Rich. My point is, okay, you're asking, when someone brings us some scientific facts, saying he knows this shit, then he tells you, I'm going to educate you, bro. And you, am I at least say, what are you qualified to say this shit?
But I'm saying, I have to ask them, what are you going to educate me on, fam?
No, listen, man was talking about scientific things, isn't it? Man said, this scientific facts. Then he said,
someone needs to mute their mic.
Sorry, it's me. Sorry.
Then Rich,
you. Let me talk. Hey, don't wait.
Go to.
Please. I'm still talking.
Go to, man. Black power.
If someone is going on saying, I know this scientific fact, I know that I'm here to educate you, I'm going to ask you, but what are your qualifications? Simple.
Oh, yeah. But what I am saying is that what he is talking about, are you telling me that you can't self-educate?
Nah, what's that? What's that? What's that?
What do you mean? I mean, when I mean self-educate,
you can agree to a certain degree.
Listen, thank you. So what I'm saying is that we're all gonna have teachers. We're all gonna have teachers. But what I am saying is, I don't know if you're understanding me, is that we don't need to say, shit, I have this university paper, now I'm smart. Because
but I think, you know what, bro, you're right, yeah, but I think that certifies things when it comes from a professional, because they've been studying for, not to say they're always right, they're not always right. You get me? But I think when it's coming from a professional, you kind of have to respect it in a certain sense, especially if more than one of them saying the same thing.
Why though?
They've done the research in laboratories.
Made us respect it.
And can I ask you a question? Didn't the science come from us anyway? So everything we're learning from the white man, we're relearning is ours anyway, because they learned from us.
Fire. Answer this question here, Answer this question here. Again, when we talk about consumerism, ain't it the Western world and society that makes you look at the ones with the diploma as someone to listen to because they so-called got a diploma?
No, that was always in Africa still. There was always knowledgeable people.
Stop it,
all the people that. So you're telling me, So you're telling me people didn't used to go to Egypt. Egypt was classed as the University of Africa, right? People used to go there. People used to go there to study. Am I wrong? Am I right?
I never said. Did you hear what I said? I said we've always done education. I'm talking diplomas.
Yeah, but all I want to know is 1 second, brother. Let me ask one question. What university course teaches black betterment?
University course.
Yeah. Answer that.
And I don't know any university courses that teach black betterment. Maybe
so that means you don't need it then.
So why would you need to be educated at uni? So why would you need to be educated at uni to teach someone about black betterment?
No, I think to build boats, to be a journalist, you're going to need those things to get you into that position. So hold on 1 second. I'm just putting it on our elder Marcus Garvey at the moment, He got educated.
What we talk about Marcus?
Hold on 1 second. He never got...
Let's speak about Akala then, because he's more recent. He's got educated now. He was already mad educated before. So why did he need the education? It was just so it's a recognized qualification. He's not someone just talking out of his ass. He studied this. He's got the certificate. And that's someone who you can all research now. Akala. He's getting qualified now in university.
I hear you. I was asking about fire.
Let me make my point.
You educate me, you educate me. Questions.
Hello. Can I make my point though? Because I was talking about Marcus Garvey, as an example.
You always talk about Marcus Garvey, bro.
But hold on, someone who got educated, so he could become a journalist.
Sorry, Beefy, do you think you could send Shakarad a link, please, just so he's got it, please? I don't have him in my
Hold on. Right, cool. So this is the point, that man got educated not for black betterment. That comes along with it. That comes with a man's nature.
So, but he asked you the question, bro.
Hold on, but that is not what is defined as being educated, is it?
What ain't?
No, I'm saying the mindset. I'm saying going to uni and having a degree. That's not what we're saying is defining.
Cool. I ain't got a degree. I think I'm a very educated don.
But what I'm gonna say though is that most of our people that we aspire to as black things are educated. So it seems a bit of an oxymoron when we're talking about the Black Panthers and know that these men at the top of the Black Panthers were uniform.
Of course.
Hold on 1 second. On the university grounds is where they plotted these ideas to become revolutionaries and take over the world. Because it seems that only students, have that mindset of thinking outside of the box. You get what I'm saying? Our brothers on the road are soldiers.
So basically, unless you have a degree, you can't educate. Someone can't educate you.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it seems that our educated brothers are the ones who have the revolutionary capability and mindset. It seems. You get what I'm saying? On past,
that's cool, cuz that's very cool, cuz but the field they went into, fam, they didn't need to go uni for it, bro.
I think
so when they were educating their people, they never needed to go uni for black powerments and black movements. So again, they were still educating, because I guarantee you now, most of the people in the park, that educate and do their thing, fam, a lot of people in that park are very smart. And I guarantee you, any money, none of them have no uni degrees. Some of them.
All right. Do you need?
No, but I'm saying, you see what is knowledge without practice is dead.
Right.
So you, like me, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be real. Like a lot of us in this group know a lot of things. We're very smart, but all that knowledge we know, we're not practicing. If you're not this is why the person that's qualified is practicing his knowledge. That's why I will more listen to him than you, because he's practicing. You're not even practicing. You're just talking from your mouth. You're not doing no action. He's in science. Wait there. He went to become a scientist. He's in science labs with science rats doing experiments, but you're talking about science. You've never done a science experiment. That's dead.
That is dead. For real.
Fam, we're talking, check it now. We're talking the fields now, yeah? So for instance, my man said, for black betterment, what uni did we have to go to? What uni did we have to go to? We obviously know, listen, we obviously know if I tell an electrician to come in my house, I'm not just going to bring anyone in my house to do the flipping electrician because they say they can fucking do electrician. Right. So you lot know what I'm talking about, bro.
What are we talking about?
I'm not talking them fields.
I'm an electrician, but what I'm saying is, like, we're talking about black betterment now, innit? Like, there's no course at uni that's going to teach you black betterment.
No, there isn't. Civil engineering.
No, there isn't.
Oh, man.
Civil engineering.
He's back. He's 100% correct. But
about psychology and all these things, ain't that or mathematics? Ain't that for black betterment? But there's nothing that's labeled as black in betterment. But there's stuff that can help black betterment. Am I wrong?
The system got you lot confused.
Answer the question, please. Is there nothing in university that can enhance black betterment? Yes or no?
There is something in uni.
Of course there is.
About agriculture and astronomy.
Can I answer?
Science.
Can I answer? Yes. Anywhere you go to educate and higher your education is a good thing. If you go to uni 100 times, it's a good thing. If you're educating yourself even more. I am not saying that. But do not tell me, that I can't be educated because I have not the white man system of a paper.
Man didn't say that though, bro.
Yes, he did. And that's all I'm explaining. So again, you lot said that if someone with a certificate came to you and I came to you, you'll more take his word because he so-called went to uni and memorized. Listen, my brother, because there's many people that went to uni that is on the dole now, fam. Stop the stupidness. So
of course there is. But listen to this question. Listen to this, Paul, listen to this, There's people out here that know about health and stuff. There's black people in our community that ain't qualified doctors. But but you and probably I will more go to the pharmaceutical doctors than the healers in our community. Why do you go to the white man doctor then?
I go to the healers.
Answer the question.
I go to the healers. You know me, bro. I get bush all day, fam. I go to the man. You get me? So what I am saying to you, right?
I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking about so you never go doctor.
No, listen to what I am saying to you. Yeah, the paper of the Western world does not mean you are educating more than a person that does not have it. Yes, because again, like I said, there is many fields to the game. So what you went uni for, maybe not what we need in this field. So again, just because he went uni, it does not mean, oh shit, he is more credibility than me. Because in the field that I'm talking about now, he has no backing of it. because he went to uni for maybe to learn maths and whatever science. And this job right now don't have nothing to do with science. So you're getting the education from me, not the person because he has a white paper certificate, fam. So again, I'm saying if I see you and you speak to me, I must not take your word now because you have not a Western education, fam. Stop that stupidness, fam. Because I tell you now, fam, yeah. Listen, wait, I'm not finished, fam. Let me land. Listen, let me finish, fam. The amount of books, yeah. The amount of books I read now, fam, yeah. I have never read so much going to no college or school. Simple.
Can I come in now? Can I come in?
Speak, bro.
You mean a simple thing. When someone was dropping some science knowledge, and I know this, I said, okay, since you know this, yeah, what are your qualifications? Simple question. If man can answer that and tell me, whoa, why you asking me? Well, if you're going to tell me something scientific,
I said that, bro. I respected that.
If you're going to tell me, I'm saying, if you're going to tell me something scientific, yeah, I want you to know at least if you know what you're talking about, innit?
Of course, I said that, fam. I agreed with you with that, fam.
And I said, if you studied in the field, I mean, if you never studied in the field yet, like you should have some knowledge of it. So like when you're analyzing the data or the information and giving it to us, you get what I'm saying? Then there's more credibility. That's all. You get what I'm saying?
And what do we always say? What do we always say? The black community needs to be more what? Educated. That's a part of our healing, right?
Yeah, educated. We didn't talk about uni, fam. Stop the stupidness, fam. Stop the stupidness. Stop the stupidness.
What do you think Uma Johnson went to school for?
Listen.
What do you think Uma Johnson went to school? So in that school structure, we can include black betterment because we don't have our own school.
So what I'm saying is when we need to educate ourselves, again, like I said, I have learned more education, not in school or not in college or not in uni.
We're not talking about your ghetto gospel education, bro.
I am saying because you were saying that because a man does not have the white man's paper, man
no. Let's take it away from the white man because they got that knowledge from us, right? Did they get that knowledge from us?
Yes, all right. But what I'm saying,
all right, so it's our knowledge that we're going back to get and use it on them. All right, you're done. Flush the toilet.
Of what you're back to get from. So listen to me, bro. All I'm saying is that you're saying, regardless of what you say, yeah, you're saying that if man does not have a uni pass,